this broadcast to you. We are really looking forward to it. And to help you with the proceedings, we have Mr. Shaq, we have Critics, myself, DK Rockstar, and we are looking at the finals of the Extempo Championships, as well as the first time of the bat of freestyle. Now, I want to start off with you, please, Mr. Shaq. And sometimes people can make a sculpture, you could do something and have it in a museum, but being able to fling lyrical bois on stage with somebody in terms of Extempo, what are some of your thoughts about the Extempo?
Well, you know, this is one of the always most sought after and look forward to events during the carnival. Of course, as I mentioned, because of the skill of being able to do that on spot. And I am looking forward to see this new introduction of the freestyle part of the thing. I would imagine that it was done in an event to bring more interest from the younger artists. So we'll see how that works out and that plays. But I imagine it's shaping up to be a pretty interesting evening.
And let me bring you into the conversation, please, Chromatics, Mr. Duke here. Looking at that freestyle, and in terms of inclusion, one, there's possibly a younger demographic that is appealing to, but also is different genres of music. What's your take on that?
No, it's great, it's great. And I was talking to some of the directors at Tuco today and the reason behind it, inclusion. But when we look at the cast, the finalists here tonight, we see a sort of wide variety. We have people like Make It Happen, we have Preedy, we have Myron B. That is Kaiso, soca, hip-hop, all mixed up together, a representation of younger demographic being involved in anything, and I think they accomplished it tonight. And I think moving forward, that will be also a very look forward to part of the competition moving forward and getting the youths and them engaged, you know?
And one of the things that's interesting to me, because you mentioned names like Make It Happen as well, these are individuals who have been doing what they're doing for years.
Yes.
And it also begs the question of what kind of models we'll be looking at. And we just see a little yawn pass, but at the same time we're getting ready. We have our judges, they are on stage. No easy task today. We have 16 individuals who are vying for the honor of being the champion both of Extempo as well as freestyle. And when I say 16, I mean 8 and 8. 8 Extempo, 8 freestyle. But it's also interesting that we have some people spanning. So some people doing both. Doing everything.
Yes.
And also looking at the fact we just saw Mr. Rokas cross the stage talking to a band member, getting ready. He is one of our hosts this evening, as well as Omari Ashby. So we're looking forward to that rather. We see individuals, they are gearing up. People are entering the Queen's Park Savannah. The audience is there, who wearing masks, who not wearing masks, but people are looking for this level of skill. And that is one of the things, huh? And that is one of the things. But I hear we may be taking a break, but so we take that short break and then we come back to that level of skill and being able to do it yourself. But we thank you so much, B-Mobile and Tatil, for helping bring this to us. We'll be back in a moment.
Never ever worry, don't mind if life make you sad. I tell them never ever worry if your house gets flooded out real bad. I tell them never ever worry, what I'm saying is true. So just consider, Tatil will always be here for you.
Tatil, where people are people. You know what I mean.
Oh, I've got this feeling to high-five the sun, dance in the rain, and have my scoop of fun. I'm on my way to flavor my day with something new, and I've got room for you. Let loose and live a little, get close and share a little, give in and taste a little. You'll fall in love with creamery novelties. Love life and live a little, get close and share a little, give in and taste a little. You'll fall in love with creamery novelties.
Enjoy new creamery novelties. Live a little.
Now Morning Show is going to be live from the Queen's Park Savannah this Carnival Friday from 6 a.m. talking about back-to-back performances, soca, Kaiso, pan, rhythm section, chutney, and so much more. Come and join us this Carnival Friday from 6 a.m. at the John Cupid Carnival Village. Like yourself and welcome home.
The Camboulet riots of 1881 decided the future of the mass. It was a day of bois, bottles and stones, and the expression of people's desire to claim their cultural space. Enslaved in this new land, their hard-fought freedom had finally been won in 1838. Camboulet is a celebration of the origins of the carnival that we know and love today. On Friday, 17th February, at the Piccadilly Greens Port of Spain from 4 a.m., the story unfolds as portrayed in a fantastic street pageant, the reenactment of the Camboulet riots. This event is a must-see for any lover of carnival. Come, witness the story as it unfolds. Presented by TTT.
Welcome back to Kaisorama Reloaded, and things are looking up. We started on time. The anthem has already gone. And letting you know that the musical accompaniment this evening is by Michelle Henry and the Kaiso Encore Band. So we actually take you to the stage right now.
Good evening.
Yes, man, that's what we like to hear.
And all your manners and thing. So, I'm Ruckus.
And my name is Omari, and we'd like to welcome you to Kaisorama.
2023, ladies and gentlemen. Can we get a round of applause? Kaisorama 2023.
The National Extempo and Freestyle Championships. So, right, you see me putting an extra thing there, right? Extempo and Freestyle. So, as the night goes along, for those of you who may not know what freestyle is, we will explain that as we get going with things as we go along, and you will get an explanation. If you don't know, those of you who are familiar, I know you're looking forward to that new addition to the competition. And we want to get things started by introducing a little guest artist, yeah? To give all a little, you know, to raise the energy, set the pace.
Just to break the ice a little bit,
yeah.
We had to make sure we have somebody to break the ice, get things flowing, get it moving and shaking. I don't want the first person up here to be too tense. So we had to make sure. First of all, let me say a special good evening and thank you to Michelle Henry and the Kaiso Encore Band. Can you give them a round of applause? They would have played the anthem for us, and they're going to be accompanying all the artists this evening inside the Extempo competition.
Yes,
yeah,
man.
So we ready to get things started with our musical guest?
Yeah, man.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, no stranger to the stage. Coming to give you a raw, original Kaiso. Please put your hands together and welcome our baby Lee.
Oi! Oi! Nobody in there, or everybody going on? Hello? Hello, 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 hello. Hello, 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 hello. Well, tonight in this instant, yet tonight we doing it different. Yes, it's a lovely occasion, the Extempo competition. Hello, 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 been clamoring for quite a while. So tonight, well, it's wicked and wild, happening with a charming smile. Tonight we introducing freestyle. Hello, 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 hello. Now you're free to boo or anything like that. But just this year, one of our cultural ambassadors departed. He started singing in 1959 and 1979. This is what happened. You try with a federation, the whole thing end up in confusion. CARICOM and CARIFTA, somehow a smelling disaster. Mr. West Indian politician, I mean you went to big institution, how come you can't unite 7 million? A West Indian unity, I know it's very easy. First of all, you rap to your people and tell them like me, one race, same place, same trip, same ship. We must have one common intention for a better life in the region, for we women and we children. That must be the ambition of the Caribbean man, the Caribbean man, the Caribbean man. You say that the federation was imported from quite in England. You're going and form a CARIFTA with a true West Indian flavor. Since CARIFTA start running, morning, noon, and night, all I hearing one set of money speech and Prime Minister giving. No set of money could buy no unity. First of all, your people need their identity. One race, same place, same trip, same ship. We must have one common intention for a better life in the region, for we women and we children. That must be the ambition of the Caribbean man, the Caribbean man, the Caribbean man. And then he went on and make a statement that all politicians wish they had made. Woy-yoy-yoy. Original verse. Look, the country broke and they say recessions are jamming. So to foreign country, Trini start migrating. They lost faith in the country, they say we gone down the drain. They say no more, can we see happy times again? Nobody will to recover, and my people, I have confidence. Although many might seem to feel that I talking nonsense, the majority of we decide we're not going to run. Now is the time to show some patriotism. Why? And look the country faces its darkest hour. Our people need us today more than ever. In our fight to recover, if ever you feel to surrender, it's our one little thing that I want you always remember. How it go? We could make it if we try. Just a little harder. If we just make one more try, life would be much sweeter. Now you see the things start to get sweeter. Next thing it could make raise your blood pressure. But I find I have on long sleeve, so the time has come when I had to leave. But no, you're going and get competition. This is the night for that occasion. Now I think this is a worthy cause. Kindly give yourself a lovely round of applause. You know why? Look the country faces, it's that is our people need us today more than ever. In our fight to recover, if ever you feel to surrender, it's our one little thing that I want you always remember. How it go?
We can make it if we try.
Try, just
a little harder. If we just give one more try, life will be much sweeter.
Do that again.
We can make it if we try.
Try,
just a little harder.
If we just make one more try, life will be much sweeter. Please enjoy the rest of the evening.
Yeah, let's hear it once again for Abibele. Raw, unadulterated Kaiso, man.
Rama reloaded. So we just had Abibele doing what he does best. We are continuing the proceedings at Kaisorama 2023, Kaisorama Reloaded. And we have a very packed show for you this evening. And we want to thank you so much for sharing it with us. But in terms of the inclusion and different genres, are these things that you think we can have incrementally? Because sometimes it feels as though time changes a bit, but we're not changing it enough. And let me bring you in, please, for that chromatics.
No, definitely, it's a step in the right direction, and everything as we saw within the freestyle competition, there are different rhythms that we'll be using, all whether it be soca, calypso. I hope some rapso rhythms jump in the mix too, obviously, right? So yeah, definitely.
But that makes me want to ask the question though, Mr. Shaq. What's the difference between freestyle and what's the difference between Extempo? Is it just the music that is it just the track, the music track underneath it?
Well, the thing about it is all of it is extemporaneous singing, which is really making up your song on the spot, either based on the topic that you're given or if you're in a repartee war, how you respond to your opponent. So it's all extemporaneous. However, all the different genres of music have their different take on it, right? Because, and chromatics could speak to this better later, but even in hip-hop, you find freestyle, there are actually two different connotations of freestyle.
No, yes.
You could hear freestyle and know that it means sing on a beat. It may be a already produced song, already created song. And then there's off the top of the head, off the dome, as they say, right? Extempo, where calypso is concerned, is really always off the dome.
Yeah.
And so that is what makes it such a skillful pursuit. And in this competition, we will see that you will have both elements where they have to sing on topics, and then you would have face-offs between competitors. So you will really see a display of different elements of the skill of extempo.
And that's one of the things I wanted to ask about, because in terms of looking at freestyle, because sometimes you hear individuals saying, okay, well, I practice this, because you need to practice any craft that you're at to get better. But in terms of saying, okay, well, I've strung these lines together, but I haven't recorded a song. So I'm able to bring them out and say, okay, well, that is what a freestyle is. But I think that is a conversation that we'll have a little later. But we're getting a little, it's about that time where we go to stage to find out what is happening. So we leave you there.
Mr. Brian London.
Who's actually the defendant monarch, technically.
All you had to clap them.
All you had to clap more than that when they come on stage.
It's a long,
Mr. Dion Diaz.
It's a long walk, so although you're seeing them, they come in. Don't worry.
Again, let me tell you.
No,
Lady
I can talk,
Syntax,
right? We here in the stage. But when
the one and only Lingo.
Joseph Vato Laplace.
You see, that's why I didn't try to pronounce it in the first place. Lingo, we could just call him that.
Myron Bruce, Calypso Night.
Yeah, man. Mr. Niall Manswell. Oh, you can keep the round of applause going while they come on. No, don't worry about it. Don't afraid.
Philip Murray, the Black Sage. Tonight is a sparkling night, but it's only glitter.
Yeah. Oh, they come out for them tonight, boy. And of course, last but not least, Mr. Winston Peters, the Gypsy.
All right, so let's get down to it. Box, step forward.
Right.
Be careful. Oh, you dip in your hand in the box, you could end up on Facebook, right?
Only if you tell people about it after. Come. Not at the bottom, sir. The wrong side. Position number 3. Brian London, position number 3.
Mr. Diaz.
Mr. Diaz.
Diaz. Had to lift it high for he, boy. Number 6.
Position number 6, Dion Diaz.
Lady Syntax.
Position number 4, Lady Syntax.
Number 4, Lady Syntax, you win for outfit already. When that portion of the contest done.
You sure, boy? Lingo can see some good competition here, you know.
I'm watching that.
I feel like the two, like she take pieces of her costume to put on.
Lingo,
position number 8.
Position number 8. Calypso Night.
Appa, yeah, the sparkles come out for the finals earlier. No, how much numbers you want, sir? You don't have 2 names, you want 2 number 2? Number 2! You see,
Number
I tell her there was 2. Niall Manswell.
You had to play that right through, boy. Niall.
Don't look at Niall. All right.
Number 1 that look like.
Appa, yeah.
Number 1
Number
for Niall.
1 kicking things off tonight, Niall Manswell.
The Black Sage.
Black Sage.
Step
Do not
forward
wear
and
black
do your
at all.
thing.
Number 7.
And if your memory good, you will know what number Gypsy have, but still come and pick as a matter of procedure, please. Just so that you see, because we have to make sure the thing do right.
Come now,
Dip your hand,
Gypsy,
dip your hand.
come and pick your number, please. D
Although-
number. Come and
although
pick
we
D
know,
number.
but we had to say that you pick. Boy.
He looking, yes?
Number 5, right? Number 5. So number 1 will remain on stage.
And the rest of you, make your way to the back.
Yeah.
All right. Mr. Niall Manswell is up first.
So now we get in a new box with the topic. Yeah? Your microphone is coming to you now.
And the box is also coming to you now.
Nice.
1, 2.
All right. Box. Wait right in front of him.
All right. Yeah. You understand what you're doing, right? Good. The topic, the new police commissioner.
The new police commissioner.
Ladies and gentlemen, we get the Extempo Monarch started with Mr. Niall Manswell.
Miss Marianne in F. There we go! Bam bam badam bim day. Crime is very high in TNT. Like all them criminals take over we country. I'm telling you, my friends, we had plenty men in charge. And them do a go bar. But now we have Ola Christopher, the first female police commissioner. Now she going to show you something, of course. Crime is coming down because woman is boss. So let we go say. Sabalabalam ledom bede. Buborum, bomborum. Sibidi wilim bledum bemborum derade. I say we want to feel safe in this nation. Not just feel safe, but we also want the perception. Before, when we had Gary, I tell you, we used to feel safe in this country. But now I say we must continue. And this is my point of view. All a girl, don't be like Gary and be toxic. Stay normal, don't behave so bombastic. So let we go say, Sibidip, somebody, dabba dabba, bum ba bum, soroboro bedem bledom body. If you see something, I want you to say something. Members of the public assisting the crime fighting. We have a new police commissioner. And I say, with crime fighting, we must do better. But all of us in this nation had to jump in and put a hand. So this is my something to purport. Everybody, let's give Ola Christopher all we support. Let we go say, Lale, Lambade, Lele, Bambade, Bambe, Bambore. Hear what I singing as I go on. There is something that I want to warn. All a girl, show plenty love, but don't discriminate when you do your job. Forget all of them politicians who only want to talk and no action. So tonight I stand up with you. I got you choose to do the people work and you didn't show up to do no interview. So there we go. Thank you. Someday, somebody, sing somebody.
Yeah, let's hear it for Niall Manswell. The new police commissioner. Yes, man. Things start nice. We want to welcome to the stage right now contestant number 2, Myron Bruce, a.k.a. Calypso Knight. And as it goes, he will choose his topic and then give us 4 verses on same. Little airplay for Kaiso. Little airplay for
Rama
Kaiso.
Coca-Cola. Yo yo, la la la. Well, I have to let you know, Kaisonians complaining for so. They can't hear this song on radio. Don't care how they try, it never go. This is something I saying long, happening since time gone long. Calypsonians, they always say, we not getting no radio airplay. Ba ba da da, la ta 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 ba ba, ba ba. If you check them urban station, they don't play calypso in this land. They have no respect for Stalin or any of the legends when they playing. If you check radio stations like Vibe CT 105, Them fellas is the only station I know that's play some real good calypso. Ba 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 ba, ba 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 ba, la la. The calypsonians have to think it's wrong, but they must also check their songs. Some of the lyrics that they singing, the radio stations them not playing. So I have some advice for all. When you're writing and producing, don't think small. Make sure and do music that you'll see the people will enjoy daily. Papa, oh yo yo. I had to make another statement of fact. I must mention the station whack. Every time you turn on right there, Calypso from Trinidad does always play. So Calypsonians don't make a mock. It's done by whack. They have to flock for the songs to play, and they will see the world enjoying Kaiso from TNT. Oh yo yo, la la la.
Give it up, ladies and gentlemen, for Calypso Nights. Of course, he's a former Extempo monarch back in 2018, I think it was. But he had a different name then. We used to call him the Incredible Myron B back then. But now he's Calypso Nights. Can we get a round of applause one more time for him? All right, now I want to welcome to the stage Mr. Brian London, another former monarch in the Extempo. 3 times. He would have been the last monarch pre-pandemic, BC, as they say, before COVID. And Mr. London will be choosing his topic for this evening's first round. And let me just take a moment to acknowledge the good folks at TTT streaming live right now, also at WAC, we're streaming, and on Talk City 91.1 FM. Come, don't hide it. What he doing? Come, it hard. Not good. You had to think good. Jesus. Ladies and gentlemen, the topic for Mr. Brian London. Kamla and Jack hug up again.
About a good night. I say good night and welcome to Kaisorama. Once again, thank you for supporting the culture. And for all those who still have love on their mind, to you I want to say a happy belated Valentine's. As I pull that topic, boy, me heart it jump in pain. They say Kamla and Jack Warner, they hug up again. I wouldn't tell you who, but somebody tell me they call back Jack because the UNC need Jack money. Bring the thing! Play again, play again. You were here recently, partner. Extradition orders for me partner, Jack Warner. And I went and I asked me cousin, Gypsy, cousin, tell me why they take him back in the UNC. He said, Brian, boy, is a secret, but I go tell you and believe what I saying, boy, it is true. What I telling you, boy, I want you to hear. With $1 million handshake, the extradition file could disappear. That's what I say.
Play the thing, boy. What really going on? Boy, I want to know. With politics here in Trinidad and Tobago. What I saying, boy? I have to be abrupt. I know people, they split up and then they does make up. But this is something I don't like. Remember when Miss Kamala did talk about liking the Cessa pipe? Well, after saying that and hearing what I know, this is what I learn. Must it not be Cessa pipe she like? She must see like Jack Water. I wanna fall! Bring the thing! Play the thing for me! Well, they bring back Jack in the party, as I said before, because they want support with his money. And this is something that I have to mention. They say they're strategizing for the next election. With all the kiss, they kiss and they make up. You can't tell me that both of them, boy, they not corrupt. And all they doing, I want them listen to me. They will never ever replace Dr. Rowley. Go on! Play the thing! Play the thing, now boy, for me!
Yeah, let's hear it for Brian London. Yeah, man, yeah. Thing going good, man. You know what I find interesting about this competition tonight is that we're seeing really the variety of melodies you could use and choose from, because years gone by, you would have one or two. Most people would have gone with Santimanite, but tonight we're getting a variety, which is good. It means that people trying stuff. It means that the thing developing in a nice and exciting way. Yeah? A round of applause for that, man. Now, we neglected to let all you know what these fellas and them and ladies competing for, right? So the first prize for the National Extempo will walk away with $200,000. $200,000 they're walking with. Second prize, $100,000. Third position will receive $45,000. Fourth position, $30,000. And from fifth to eighth place, will get $10,000. So nobody going home empty-handed, right? And you know, in these times, the little ends does have to ends, right? Because you know how things go. You see the price of egg and thing. Right now, I'm looking for about 3 layers to put in the back by me. I able, right? So every little thing counts, and this price thing here, looking good. I feel next year I have to dust off my mic. Yeah. First I have to get in the semi, because I try once and they like to laugh at me, eh? Anyway, all you come here will talk for me. We want to invite to the stage right now Lady Syntax. And Lady Syntax will choose her topic and give us 4 verses. Yes, ma'am. The lone lady tonight representing Youths Take Over Pan. Youths Take Over Pan.
am so proud I had to comment. The steel pan is our national instrument. And it is something I must say with pride. I'm so glad that we taking it far and wide. Yes, people, it's all over the world. So I say in it now, here and bold. I am so proud of our youths today, that they're treating the pan in the right way. I say, la da day. Well, I am so happy and I'm so glad pan going well here in Trinidad. Now listen to me, I am making fun. I was so glad to see them youths in competition. Yes, I was right here the other day. I come to listen, my nephew play, and I am saying it here and now. The youth stay treating the pan real good. Like, hey, la da do, la da day, la da 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 da. Now this is something you must understand. We need to be proud of our steel pan. Yes, this is what everybody must learn. Even in pan there is an income to earn. It started right here in Trinidad. Yes, right there in the pan yard. And I telling you, here and now, the steel pan players should take a bow. La da day, la da do, la da da da. Now I am so glad I have to comment when they does have the pan tournament. Yes, I'm telling you, don't find a bold face. I love to hear the tenor and the bass. I'm not like Shadow when I go in my bed. I don't hear no bass pan in my head. But I'm telling you, I am so glad we're in luck, because as people we have to pass the buck. Like day, la da do, la da day, la da day.
Give it up one more time, ladies and gentlemen, for Lady Syntax. Yeah, man. That's what we're talking about. Somebody say Kaiso. Tonight, we celebrate the art of Extempo, and it is not an easy one. So everybody that's on the stage tonight is already a master of their craft. Tonight, we're here for a monarch that's to crown the best of the best of the best. So what you're seeing here tonight is only greatness, and we still have more to come. Of course, our next performer, our next competitor, is a gentleman who is no stranger to the stage, and he's going to be coming to do his part. He has made sure to remind me very carefully that he is not a sometime winner. He's not a 7-time winner. He is, in fact, a 13-time monarch. So don't watch him slight, is what he's saying, right? Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome to the stage Mr. Winston Peters to pick his...
Calypso night, we have had Lady Syntax and Brian London. Yeah. We go back now stateside because it is time for one more contestant. We take it to the stage.
Take it low for me, take it low, low, low. Mr. Peters. The topic for Mr. Peters tonight is Welcome President Kangaloo. Ladies and gentlemen, Gypsy.
We felt so happy and content when Trinidad got his first female president. Everybody jump up, everybody glad, as we saw woman is the head of Trinidad. Well, once again, it is plain to see we have a woman ruling our country as a presidency. Well, kudos to you and welcome President Kangaloo. La da don't lie lie, la don't. I telling you, well, it's plain to see we can't doubt the strength of women in our country. As a matter of fact, you must understand, if it wasn't for women, we wouldn't have no man. So the thing about it, it is plain to see, I am happy when they rule in our country. And we must never take this thing for fun. So now let us all welcome the second one. Die, 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 down. President Weeks, well, it's plain to see. I hear them people talking everything about she. Some of them say good, some of them say bad, but she was good for Tobago and Trinidad. All the things that the women do, Christine Kangaloo, you will do it too. I telling you, I would say it loud, of the woman presidents, now I am so proud. La 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 la, la da 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 da. I know the things that she going to do. Let us all welcome Christine Kangaloo. Madam President, well, I ain't feeling shame. I am very, very proud of your name. I telling you, I heard you before. Say people make me fun of your name, I am sure. But we are not ever doing that again. We're glad to have you as the head of Port of Spain.
Yeah, let's hear it for Winston.
We just had Winston, Gypsy Peters,
Peters.
and now there's you may have conversations about the position that he has with NCC and whether or not he should be. But one thing that is not for debate is his craft. But we're grateful to Be Mobile as well as Tatil for bringing this broadcast to you. What have you thought about it thus far, gentlemen? I'll start with you, please, Mr. Shah.
Well, I mean, I knew from the start that this would be a daunting task for whoever tasked with judging it, because when you look at these 8 people, all of them have been Extempo finalists before, right. And several of them are multiple winners of the Extempo modern competition, so there is no novice in the mix, really. I mean, some are more experienced than others. I think Gypsy would have won it the most 7 times or something like that. Yeah, but I mean, we have experienced people and people who are accustomed to that stage and accustomed to that pressure of that Extempo. So, you know, it's going to be, I mean, Niall kick it off, you know, in real splendid fashion. So he set the bar high, and I think by doing that, he really put in the pressure on all the other competitors to come up to speed. So I think it's high standard so far.
With regard to Niall, the melody, the man's voice sweet, but the lyrics was a little bitter at points in time. But in terms of that pressure, do you feel sometimes, Chromatics, that sometimes the topic is almost as though it's a little too easy?
Very daunting. It could be both ways. It could be very easy. It could be very daunting. Yeah? And depending, as we saw Gypsy, you know, he started off very, very, but then sort of repeated the same thing over and over about the female president. So yeah, the topic could be very, very daunting.
But we're going to see what Dion Diaz is going to be doing. He is getting on stage to pick his topic. And we are very grateful that we are able to bring this broadcast to you, Kaisorama 2023, courtesy Be Mobile and the Tatil.
Lord have his mercy. Like Watson need Pacro water. Like Watson need Pacro water.
Good night, grandstand. Between last night and today, hear me, partner. It was drama on social media. I'm telling you, the series was no fluke. A big controversy with Watson Duke. Apparently, he had some comments with a deputy he couldn't progress. He said he couldn't handle that hot daughter. So I believe Watson Duke need macro water. Hey! Labadoy, labadabaday. Well, they really put him there. He was on the spot. It appeared he had more mouth. He's sweet but not hot. I understand this. And listen, friends, on a deputy, you have to depend. It was Penguin. Say it's essential to keep your living good and keep it vital. But I'm saying that Duke ready look like a crown. Come to his deputy, the man just fall down. Boom! Badabade, labadabadoy. Well, he's a man up here, don't think before he speak, because it appear his countenance is weak. Nobody had to accuse him. Hear what I say, he made that own confession to his own dismay. Imagine this, it remind me, and it is the truth of what happened some time ago. As a root, remember Jada and Order Sagasi, the same thing happened with Jada happened to he. Whoa! Badabadoy, labadabade. Duke Watson run out like a warrior. He must be thought he was the brother from Wakanda. But when he faced the deputy, he couldn't stand up. And not even PDP could have picked him up. He said that how he couldn't scream and he couldn't shout because he understand what rape was really about. But in Tobago, I had to laugh with laughter. He should come my arrow and get back through water. Thank you!
Wow, we were wondering who was going to get it, who was going to get it. But at the same time, what's your thoughts on that? What's your thoughts on that?
I think it's amazing, Shaq, in a different time where if in the past when we didn't have social media, you might have been knowledgeable of different topics for weeks, maybe months that happened. This is something that happened today or 2 days ago.
Yeah.
And it's being brought to this topic on stage tonight.
That's part of the craft of Calypso. You have to be current and on top of it, you know what I mean? So, you know, these topics can't pass. They can't pass. And then people look forward to that now. They understand there is a role that Kaiso and the Kaiso plays. So, you know,
what comes to mind with this one is Ram Goat Salvation, where like 2 days before it happened, and then you're hearing about it. But right now we're getting ready for Philip Murray, the Black Sage. We're going to see what topic he's coming with, because you know he's somebody who is not new to this, he's true to it. So take it stateside.
3 times. Sorry, my apologies. Rough up like Gypsy. Yeah? All right. And your topic this first round. We still live in. Who's this we? Black.
Good evening. Ladies and gents, here what going on. We living in jail was a Penguin song. I want everybody to know we living in jail was a Penguin Calypso. But what I have to say to you, the sentiment he expressed, boy, it is so true. We had to stay locked in, I'll say one time, because of that situation with crime. Laba laba nai, laba laba nai, nai laba mama. 'Cause looking around, what do I see? Look how the grandstand almost empty. I see in so much empty chair. Plenty people are afraid to come here. They're afraid to come out and roam. They might be a victim, so they stay in home. So I have to say one time, I wish the government could be much stronger on crime. Alamanai, laba laba, mama. This mayor, the burglar, my body. To go out. Alamanai, Alamanai. But ladies and gents, I must tell you this. You know, Black Sage, I am an eternal optimist. And I will say, under no pressure, somehow I feel the thing will get better. And it is my pleasure, I'm glad that I have a new female commissioner.
So we just had Philip Murray, and we're looking at lyrics, rendition, originality, presentation. And gentlemen, it sometimes it feels as though people make it look easy. And is that part of it as well in the delivery?
Well, definitely. I mean, you know, the ease with which you deliver is part of what they look at. And I'm not sure which one of the criteria they would look at that in, whether it's rendition or presentation. But, you know, of course, the more skillfully you deliver the lyrics and make it look easy, when you look at people like Black Sage and Gypsy and, you know, some of these seasoned veterans in the thing, you wonder if they're really making it up on the spot, you know what I mean? But that's part of the craft, and the more you do it, as we were saying earlier, once you practice the craft, it's something you become better at, you know what I mean? And these guys...
It is a skill that you can develop.
You could develop, and these fellas Extempo all the time, eh?
All the time.
You look at Black Sage doing
Gypsy once told me that, he said, when I wake up in the morning and I make him a coffee or my tea, I Extempo him for the coffee cup and everything, you know.
Yeah, it's an important thing.
So we've had 7 contestants thus far. We are getting ready for the final one in terms of the Extempo competitors. We're getting ready for Lingo, and we actually looked for him. He's going to be coming onto stage to pick his topic, and we will see how it flows, how he presents, how his rendition is. So we go stage side for that.
Go ahead, read it first. Hey, them carnival judges, you see what I'm talking about? Them carnival judges can't judge. Them carnival judges can't judge.
Grandstand posse, you're looking good. Live, balabade. I get frightened, as you all can see, because they might just victimize me. I say, you know, I don't want to hold no grudge, because I know sometimes them judges can't judge. I was listening to the semi-final in Skinner Park, and it was bacchanal. I telling you, listen what I say, how the hell they pick Miss Karina Shea. Lie day, balabadabadoy. Again, I want to say to these judges, I hope all you don't hold no grudges, Because when you see I sing my song, you can't give the lingo any wrong. This is the opinion of the people. All your job is not so commendable. I'm telling you, as Mudada sing, when you're lost, they say the judges, they know nothing. Lie die day, balabadabadoy, labaday. I don't want to cause no more bacchanal, but later we in the Extempo final. I said, my friends, I don't want to be raw, because you know they have to pick four people of the best, because in their opinion they was impressed. I telling you plain to see, I sure they going and pick Gypsy. Lie die day, balabadabadoy, balai da day da day. And this is what I want everyone to know. I go tell you the truth now before I go. I don't want to look like a kissing backside, but I'm going to announce with pride. Again, I have to explain. I got to go now just before it rain. And if the judges do not pick me, they can't judge no blasted competition, you see. Lie die day, balabadabadoy. Thank you.
So we've had our final competitor, Lingo 8 competitors, Kaisorama 2023. We take a short break and we give you some information about B-Mobile and Tatil. We come back with more. Stay with us.
Fantastic Friday has moved to Skinner Park, San Fernando. The Chutney Soca Monarch Finals will now be held Fantastic Friday, February 17th. Don't miss our special segment, Legends and Icons, with a special tribute to Anil Beam. Featuring performances by Nival Chaitlal, Ravi B and Karma, Satnarayan Raghu, Budram Holas, Rasika Dindia, Ruplal G, Drupati, and Terry Gadrad from Guyana. 13 finalists will vie for the Chutney Soca Monarch and the Queen of Chutney Soca. Absolutely free to the public. This international star-studded event is a gift to the nation, powered by the Government of Trinidad and Tobago, the National Carnival Commission, B-Mobile, TTT, Visit Trinidad, Angostura White Oak, and Southex.
Back in the bacchanal. B-Mobile, we tell, wow. Finally now I could get a chance to link up with my friends and go on with B-Mobile again. The stage again, we in the place again. Finally we back on the stage. B-Mobile we on stage. Now we back on the truck. Yeah, we back on the place. Hold back on the stage. B-Mobile we on stage. Now we back on the truck. Now we back on the place. Why?
Now Morning Show is going to be live from the Queen's Park Savannah this Carnival Friday from 6 a.m. Talking about back-to-back performances, soca, Kaiso, pan, rhythm section, chutney, and so much more. Come and join us this Carnival Friday from 6 a.m. at the John Cupid Carnival Village. Like yourself and welcome home.
TTT News, delivering more news more often to more people. Follow us on social media at TTT Live Online. Log on to www.ttt.live.
Welcome back. We take you directly to stage for Brother Ebony.
For there is a pandemic all over TNT. It's not the corona, but one of bribery and skullduggery. They say how the system got too much bureaucracy. To avoid the red tape, you had to bribe somebody. Just imagine they pull you over for breaking the traffic light. And you ain't had no bribe money, friend. Grab or smoke your pipe. cause everybody taking bribe. Every man and their sister taking bribe. Over the counter,
taking bribe.
Under the counter,
taking bribe.
The fire brigade come one day to out a fire by me. I watching the firemen, they stand up, they watching me. So I just remember have some bribe money underneath my pillow. As I pass the envelope, just so water start to flow. See, them firemen, them policemen, them custom officers taking bribe, social officers taking bribe. They get service with class anytime bribe money pass. True? Some take bribe with money, some take bribe with kind. Once they're satisfied, them fellas don't mind. It's nothing for nothing, they will tell you flat. You had to run something cause one hand can't clap. Then they pull you in a corner, friend. Let we make a deal. And how they do you a favor once you could grease the wheel. See, everybody taking the man and the sister over the counter, under the counter. My license expire, so I went down licensing. Man, if you see people couldn't take the line-up thing, so my Indian partner will show me where to go and pay the bribe money. And as I pass the end, just so, and he start to go. See, down licensing, taking bribe. Somebody down there,
taking bribe.
I couldn't make out the mister.
Taking bribe.
He had a cast for Corona.
Taking bribe.
You get service with class anytime bribe money pass. They say how the law say bribery is a felony. But Wall Walker tell me what to do with my own money. When I can't do my business, I just get jiggery. So Mr. Madam, hold this and give me what belong to me. And when they take that 50 time underneath my pillow, when I start to envelope, just so water start to flow. See, everybody, every man and the sister, over the counter, under the counter. One day I fall down, bap, and I hit my head. End up in the hospital, they say they have no bed. So I just pass some bribe money, I hide up in my shoe. I get bed, mattress and pillow, and a nice lady to hug up to. See, the hospital,
taking bribe.
Somebody up there,
taking bribe.
The gynecologist,
taking bribe.
The cardiologist,
taking bribe.
You get service with class anytime bribe money pass. Thank you.
Taking bribe. Taking bribe. Taking bribe. Taking bribe.
Brother Ebony, we yes, really. So we take a break, we come back with more.
Back in the bacchanal. Be mobile, we tell, wow. Finally now I could get a chance to link up with my friends and go on with Be Mobile again. The stage again, we in the place again. Finally we back on the stage. Be Mobile, we on stage. Now we're back on the truck. Yeah, we're back on the place. Hold back on the stage. Be Mobile, we on stage. Now we're back on the truck. Now we're back on the place. Why?
An average of 37% of the persons who lose their lives in road traffic accidents annually are pedestrians. Do the right thing. Use the walkovers instead. A message from the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service.
Now Morning Show is going to be live from the Queen's Park Savannah this Carnival Friday from 6 a.m. Talking about back-to-back performances, soca, Kaiso, pan, rhythm section, chutney, and so much more. Come and join us this Carnival Friday from 6 a.m. at the John Cupid Carnival Village. Like yourself and welcome home.
The Camboulet riots of 1881 decided the future of the mass. It was a day of bois, bottles and stones, and the expression of people's desire to claim their cultural space. Enslaved in this new land, their hard-fought freedom had finally been won in 1838. Camboulet is a celebration of the origins of the carnival that we know and love today. On Friday, 17th February, at the Piccadilly Greens Port of Spain from 4 a.m., the story unfolds as portrayed in a fantastic street pageant, the reenactment of the Camboulet riots. This event is a must-see for any lover of carnival. Come, witness the story as it unfolds. Presented by TTT.
Welcome back to Kaisorama Reloaded 2023. We have Mr. Shaq, we have Chromatics, myself, DK Roston. We've just had the first round of the Extempo competition, or the Extempo finalists, and lyrics 40, rendition 30, originality 20, presentation 10 for a total of 100. But let me ask you, what has your vibe been thus far? As we have different people coming to choose their numbers. What have your thoughts been thus far over the Extempo round of Chromatics?
Yeah, it's been very good. We saw some people who were definitely stronger than others. I think Brian London was very strong. Gypsy started off strong. It's definitely been going on. But as Mr. Shaq was saying off air, we saw that a lot of people, now that even though you had a choice to choose different rhythms, most was going Santi Manite coming down to the end.
Yeah.
You know?
But I think now they're heading to the freestyle segment, and this is what I'm very interested to see right now. So I mean, we're going to the stage now to see. I mean, I really want to see how this is going to be presented.
Yes.
All right. Originally, we were expecting to see 8 people. And I see Akeem Chance, Preedy, Heaven Charles, Snakey. Calypso Knight is coming back on stage. We have Rowan Fireball Richards. We have Salim King or King Shakir here with us, Saki. And they are going to get their numbers in which they would be appearing. So we take it stateside for that.
Akeem Chance is performing position number 4. Blue Magic. Almost say make it out without the blue now. Position number 7. Snakey. You wearing the Blue Magic tonight? In position number 8. Make it happen. Make it happen is performing position number 5.
Fireball.
Ah, boy. Fireball in position number 1.
Sake. Wait now.
Saki performing in position number 2.
Okay, all right.
And Calypso Night.
I'm watching it.
You get away from position 2 there. You get away by.
I said, nah. Number 3.
Position number 3, right after 2. You was close.
So Fireball will remain on stage. We will get a new box with the topics, and Fireball will deal with it in a freestyle manner.
Now, for the freestyle, we wouldn't have the band playing this time around. We're going to use the DJ. Let me see, where's the DJ? I don't even know where the DJ is. And you all give DJ Egan a round of applause for me, please. We have a nice... You want to play the rhythm for me, Egan? Let me play the rhythm. Let them get familiar with the rhythm one time now.
So very quickly, each contestant will perform on the selected rhythm on each given for each given topic, no more than 1 minute and 30 seconds. So at 1 minute 30 seconds, that will be the end of their freestyle.
Okay. We have the box with the topics coming back up. Yeah, man, play it. Let me vibes the rhythm, play the rhythm.
Yeah. How you feeling?
No, it's not that. It's not time for that yet.
Wait, Fireball, wait.
It's not time for that yet, Fireball. Just now. Pick your topic. All right, low. The topic, ladies and gentlemen, Bungee destroy Army Fet. Fireball is up in position number 1. Bungee destroy Army Fet. Rhythm.
Bungee calling. The girls them darling, yeah. Woo! Bungee calling. The girls them darling yet. Well, in case you ain't here as yet. The other night gone there, Bungee calling destroy the Army Fet. In case you don't know as yet, no reason to get upset. Yes, Friday night gone, Bungee calling mash up the Army Fet. Me see he mash up the place, I deal with it nice. He mash it up on the stage for the wife. Yes, 2 of them cause problem. When they perform there, you couldn't stop them. Yeah, you know that is truth. Long time Bungee's a skillful youth. This year, I know he have the torch. He coulda even win the road march. Yeah, in case you ain't here as yet, Bungee calling destroy the Army Fet. Yo, in case you don't know, Bungee calling mash up the Army show. In case you ain't here as yet, Ian Alvarez mash up Army Fet. Yo, in case you don't know, Bungee he mash up the show. I hear he cock up his foot like this and start with the freestyle business. And he started to roll up his tongue. People, they started to jump up and down. Well.
Yeah. Let's hear it.
So we just had a Rohan Fireball Richards, and it will be interesting to see what the topics look like inside the freestyle, because the first one was a little interesting, and it seems as though, I don't want to call it a little more lightweight, but at the same time, gentlemen, what do you think about it so far? Chromatics?
Well, I mean, it's just the first one, as we say, hopefully we have a little more diverse topics to deal with.
Yeah, we'll see.
You pull beard before you start to talk.
Yeah. I want to see where it's going before I make any comments. That was the first one. We'll see where it goes.
$5,000, and in first position you will get $50,000. Yeah, well, you can clap for that, you know. And listen, the idea of this thing is that we open it up. Hopefully, a younger crowd will come through. They will also get exposed to the Extempo. The two things will meet in a happy place, and perhaps we can create a beautiful synergy between the old and young, not just talking about age, but old and young art forms and so forth, right? So something nice could happen. We could make some magic by bringing these two art forms together. Yep. As we moved on to contestant number 2, Sake, and he will now choose his topic for the freestyle competition. Sake. Trinidad killer, always crying. Trinidad killer, always crying.
Rhythm in the 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 rhythm. It's only tears. Huh. It's only tears. He only complaining about bookings. He only complaining about fetting. He only complaining about partying. I don't know why Killer always crying. Let me tell you something about Killer. He's a talented singer, but the boy, he always crying. He only doing, oh God, oh yeah, clap for me now, clap for me now, we clap for me now, clap for me now, we clap for me now. Trinidad Killer always crying, and I don't have no understanding for him. But he's a man, he's a talented champion. He is #1. He had the #1 song, and it does go right on. So listen to me, boy, you don't know me, boy, it's me, it's Saki. Run up your chest like I am Jet Li. Everybody know me, I just sing Calypso, Soca, and the Kaiso. Boy, you don't know me, I'm the #1 maestro. I am young, but I'm very talented. Football and thing, I just always playing. Yeah, listen to me carefully. Listen to the lyrics, listen to the flow. Boy, you don't know Killer is a man. You had to listen to him and play him on the radio. That is all you want.
Ladies and gentlemen, Sake!
And it'll be interesting to know what kind of preparation is taken before, in the sense that you know the verse and chorus, how many bars you have in A Sans Humanity,
Yeah.
All Day Miss Mary and Rama and Coca-Cola. And we're hearing different deliveries inside the same rhythm chromatics. And what are your thoughts thus far? Because you're saying we're waiting to see how it progresses.
Well, it was a sort of different topic there. I realized where the topic stayed so far, but clearly Saki sort of lost track of the topic and therefore started to freestyle a little bit more off the cuff in terms of himself, whatnot. But that's something that you have to stay on topic, and it's very hard to, as we saw in the Extempo, after 1 verse, 2nd verse, 3 verse, to sort of get a more broad perspective on the topic that you're given.
I think too, and again, we're waiting to see where the rest of the topics go.
I like all the dancing around that and being very political.
No, listen to what I'm saying.
I'm listening.
So far, I think that the topics for the freestyle section has been what I would describe as low-hanging fruit. And I understand that they're trying to keep it lighter. But at the same time, when you have to explore skill, there's this strange thing about exploring skill. The more difficult a task you give someone in a setting like this is the more they will dig down and bring out more of that skill. Sometimes it's more difficult to try and make sense of a very easy topic, you know. It doesn't really showcase your ability to dig deep. So, you know, we have to see where they're going with the rest of the topics.
All right, so let's see our competitor who was in the Extempo before. So let's see how he treats this, the freestyle in this time for Calypso night.
Gentlemen, rhythm.
Grandstand say whoa. Grandstand say yeah. Well, right now I come in to tell you the truth. We don't want nobody keeping back the youth. The youth's trying hard, the youth working dread. The words and them really trying their best. Right now in Trinidad, you see the youths them working properly. They're working so hard, they're trying their best. And let me tell you right now, you can't contest. You see them working hard in the panyard. You see them in the work hard, working bad. Anyway, you see them all, you just watch and see. The youths working hard in T&T. Everybody like to say the youths them nowadays like to play. But if you take a walk in the university, you see the youths and them putting in the work daily. Encourage all of the youth. Let me tell you this, I am speaking the truth. The youths are the future of tomorrow. So let me tell you how the thing does go. When it comes to youth, all they say, oh yeah. Say the youths them. When they say I want to support the youth, say, oh yeah. Because when you look and you see the youths working so hard in T&T, they're working so great and they're doing everything to make sure they look properly. They're working for the education, working for the money, working for everything because they don't move funny. Let me tell you this right now, I say, if you love all the youths, give me a wave like this. Say yeah!
Yeah, 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 yeah. Calypso night.
And we see a slightly different approach. We see a slightly different tactic, possibly a little different of focus. And does it feel like he stayed on topic there?
Yeah, he definitely stayed on topic, but what I realized with a lot of them is that they're sort of incorporating little choruses and also getting the crowd, and as we see in this crowd response, is part of the criteria. So they're definitely getting that sort of involvement from the crowd.
Yeah, I think Myron tried to take it from that perspective, understanding the criteria, and again, because he has that reference background of the extempo part of it, I think he brought that understanding to this. And it's very difficult this year because it's just a minute and a half. So you don't have a band chorus like the extempo.
Exactly.
You understand what I'm
making
saying?
Up your own
So
sort of
you
chorus.
just had to be going. So I guess that's why they shortened the time. But I think Myron tried to cover all bases, making sure to get the crowd involved, stay on topic. You know, so again, experience came to bear there.
And I think being the third artist on stage, his timing, he ended up right as the beat ended.
Yeah.
So if you experience enough to count bars, you could know when you're going to end.
Yeah, exactly.
You know,
Exactly.
so therefore not having having such an abrupt ending.
Yeah. So, I mean, yes, there is challenge in it, you know.
Yeah.
But again, it's our first time, so we're looking to see how the thing really, move on. So
Well, jumping in for the first time here, in this first time for the National Freestyle Competition, we have Akeem Chance Preedy taking the stage. So let's see his topic and how he treats with it.
Topic, and then Lego lyrics on all here. Stop censoring with music. Stop censoring with music.
Yeah. Ooh. Yeah. Stop censor the thing. Stop censor the thing. I say let all the youths them sing. I say let all the youths them sing. Free speech is the king. Just watch how I do my thing. Stop censor the thing. Stop censor the thing. Listen to me, everybody talking about cess. I know the crime thing, it's how we stress. But honestly, we language, it make me blessed. So please listen to me, don't be stressed. Boy, even though sometimes they sing about crime and all the killing things, yeah, that is just the experience, and experience is king. Yeah. So when you censor the youth, tell me what you want them to do. Do you want them to fight, or do you want them to kill? Or do you want them tongue to be still? So stop censor the thing. Tell me stop censor the thing. Yeah, cause free speech is the king. Yeah, cause free speech is the king. Cause I come from a lonely, and when I try to talk, they try to make me sound like I'm dumb or crazy. Cause in this freestyle thing, you know, it is not simple or easy. You have to open a book and read. Get used to your dictionary. It's scary, but this bright light wouldn't scare me. I got skill, just...
And the man said, give me my mic stand. But and it seems as though there was another comprehensive approach, but at the same time there was a different aspect to it. And definitely, he walked with things.
Well, I think, of course, you would have the benefit of watching the competitors who went before you and understanding how to gauge, to approach the thing. But again, Preedy is now a seasoned performer. You know what I mean? So you could see all of that coming out when they deliver as well, you know?
But what I want to talk about, Shaq, too, is we're talking about the different skills, both in the extemporary art forms, the freestyle and this. We had to think about the speed of the rhythm, too. It's a lot more difficult.
Correct.
We had to think that there is no band chorus for you to think about what you're going to come with next.
Yeah.
So, you know, there's a difficulty in each, and we're seeing it being applied here. So for those who might be watching on and thinking that, you know, it's not easy.
Yeah, it's by no means easy on either side of the divide.
Yeah.
What seems easy in one aspect may not be, you know, it kind of balances out.
And sometimes it's not even a matter just the fact that there isn't a band chorus, but the music, the track, a little fatter. So there's stuff in terms of like fighting for that space.
Correct.
But I know there's a person that you're looking for, and you're looking to see what he's going to bring. But in position number 5, we have Rayon Bernardo. Make it happen.
Make it
and
happen.
He's not new to this. He's true to this as something.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
So we go stay excited to see his topic and how he deals with it.
He come for war.
Them young girl too false. Them young girl too false.
Yeah.
Rhythm.
Yeah. Give me a little more trouble on the beat. I'm playing low, playing low, playing low. I want to big up all the young ladies of Trinidad. I don't want to say that they lose. I just want to produce a better juice. So listen up, they say the young girls and them giving trouble. I don't know about that. I just carry them for doubles and put them in the backseat of the car and talk to them. Try to give them sense because that's how we do them. We don't never downplay the black woman. We lift she up because that is how we live in. You already know that I'm bigging up the women. That is the facts. That is the fact. Say yes, my name is Make It Happen. All you know the timing. When it come to this rhyming, I say all the girls like diamond, they shining. That is why I always have to pick them up. Rewind me. I know this is not on the topic because they want me to put down the black woman, but I'm not doing that on a TV station. I want to pick up all the women in the Trini Nation. Somebody make some noise. It's better they tell me talk about the boys, because the boys and them out here with the toys, shooting down people and making plenty noise. It's better they tell me about the drugs, tell me about the guns, tell me about the slugs. But the women are not putting them down because the woman does wear the crown. Make it happen. That's 1 minute and 30 seconds. So I need all your help out. When I say make it, all you say happen. Make it. Make it. Make it. Powers.
And if this was an academic discourse, it would make me think of, okay, well, yes, you want me to treat with this topic. This is one of the key words, but at the same time, I address it saying that I'm going to address it in this way. I set my premise, my parameters, and then I deal with it. Talk to me, Mr. Grammatics.
Well, if you know the artist, you would understand totally where he's coming from. He's someone that always delves in those topics of black empowerment and whatnot. So bringing that topic to him on the table, he addressed it how he would address it. You know?
And that was a very bold move to decide that, you know, you're not going down the road of what the topic tells you. I mean,
and what I like is how he flipped it.
Yeah. Exactly, how he flipped it. Especially where he said, better you tell me sing about the boys, because the boys out here with the toys making noise. But again, how he will fare as far as the judging criteria, we'll see. But knowing Make It Happen as I do, I don't think that is as much of a concern for him. He will be more concerned about how he presents with the topics and how he interact with it. And if he feels something that is not his kettle of fish, he's not going to deal with it.
As he said, he's not going to make me sing about that on TV station.
On national TV.
And you got to respect that.
And looking and speaking about his career arc, this is someone who has about 10 albums, including mixtapes, and he's done so without the platform of
traditional
national or traditional media, but he has been grinding. So if it's one thing, he is consistent in his approach, and he's saying that you're not going to change me, and I'm going to do this the way that I'm doing.
Make It Happen is the definition of underground. It's the definition of grimy.
Definition of rebellion.
Yeah, and rebellion, and that is one of the things I personally always love about him. You know?
So definitely we're going to see what is happening. We're getting ready for Blue Magic. We're going to see what topic he has. We're reminding you that we are bringing you this broadcast courtesy B-Mobile and Tatil. So it seems as though they're looking for him. I don't know if he's getting the because when he chose his number, he had one blue shoe, one gold shoe.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's a wardrobe change that's going on right about now.
Well,
or he's going to appear on the stage.
Well, who knows? I mean, he used to go formerly by Young Blue. He was known as Young Blue because he always idolized Super Blue and his performance. So I guess as he matured, he looked for his own lane and his own identity inside of that. So now he's Blue Magic, but apparently it's real magic because like he disappeared and they can't find him, you know.
Is that disappearing now?
Hey. That's exactly what we expect.
So come on up.
Well, it's Friday tomorrow, you know.
That's right, the night before.
Oh, man.
But I wonder if you get points for that's crowd.
Well, we're looking, and that's something I wanted to ask Shaq. Where do you think that staying on topic falls within these parameters here now? We have rendition, originality, presentation, crowd response.
Yeah, well,
lyrics.
I would think presentation and or possibly rendition. That is the part that's a little iffy. How do you deal with how well they stay on topic? And I mean, we see Blue working hard for his 10 points, eh? Yeah, he's working hard for his 10 points of presentation.
And what is also interesting is that sometimes when it's the first time and you don't have a precedent before you, things can be a lot more subjective. So being So the amount of time he is taking before his 90 seconds.
You understand what I'm saying?
So
I think his 130 might expire inside of that thing.
best he think, I wonder if he has his mic there. But no, but you'll have to choose the topic.
Yes.
Because
yes.
it's best.
Hold on, I need to see what's going on here properly.
No, because
wow.
I know say best they call a topic and he charade the thing.
Yeah, I feel
this is very interesting to me.
Yes.
And I think it may set a precedent.
Hold on, Blue Magic, you're coming down.
Yes, man. Yes, correct is right. Correct is right. Blue Magic, look at your microphone. Correct is right. Only you where the tractor car come on stage.
Oh,
Only
God.
you.
Just now, hold on, tractor
Open
man.
the gate. Use the gate, Blue
It's have
Magic.
a door.
Hey.
Oh, God.
All right, all right. Blue Magic, yeah, man. Yeah. This part of it, yeah. Right. Yes.
Greetings. Happy New Year.
Yes.
Oh, let's scream!
Blue Magic, you had to come and pick. Not yet. Come and pick. Don't drink and drive. Don't drink and drive.
Burning, hey. Well, me say don't drink and drive. You will run off the road. Understand what I say? Don't drink and drive. You go run off the road. Well, you go crash and think, mash up and think. Well, I say you go on the ground and think. Hospital will come in place and think. Understand right now what I'm singing? Well, you will have to get surgery if you drink and drive. Well, you're going to end up in cemetery if you drink and drive. Don't drink and drive. Hey, don't drink and drive. Hey, don't drink and drive. Hey, don't drink and drive. Well, this is no hiddle, no diddle, and no head, no fiddle, and no understand what I'm singing right now. If you drink and drive, you will run off the road and die. Understand I say your family don't cry. Don't drink and drive. Don't drink and drive. Understand what me say? You cannot drink and drive, me say. Right now, you cannot stray. You will end up in the hospital. Well, I say you don't know. Paramedics will come. Man, I say no man, the doctors will come. Everybody will put you in a drum. 6 feet under, you will go and dead. Understand? Understand? Put up your hand if you support people. Don't drink and drive. Don't drink and drive.
And we have had a lot of firsts in this, the first
Wow.
freestyle competition in Kaisorama Reloaded. And when it reloaded wickedly. Gentlemen, what?
Well, I would say performer of the night. I mean,
how much marks is get for confidence?
All he gets. You know what I mean? Blue Magic, I think the people will definitely be leaving here tonight. But with regard to...
I like how you're trying to dress it up.
I don't know.
I'm looking at you.
I can't dress it up more than that.
I would not want to be any of those judges having to deal with this maiden freestyle competition and having to face such a... I think, no, but getting real, I think that Blue overweighted presentation. You know, the length of time he...
It's a top heavy bad.
Yeah, it was a top heavy with presentation bad, and I think he came with a performance that might be more soca monarch-esque.
Yes. And presentation is actually the least amount of points.
You know what I mean? You couldn't tell what his cadence was as far as his rhyme scheme or anything like that.
Apart from the final note as well. In terms of the cadence with the final note. But,
his name is Snakey. When he's
talk about substance over hype. And
Yeah.
I guess that was a possible explanation. But we have Heaven, Snake.
Come on, bro. Step up your game. All right, so Snake is gonna... Topic for you, sir. For this freestyle round. Temper in your center. Tempa in your center. Snakey, ladies and gentlemen. Rhythm.
Yeah. Bang, bang, bang. Bang, 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 bang. Yeah, 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 yeah. Temper in your center. Temper in your center. Temper in your center. Everybody listen and remember. Is it temper in your center? Temper in your center. Temper in your center. Everybody got to remember. You see, Temper, she's a soca artist. And you know that she getting on bad. She ramming all the parties. It's Tobago and Trinidad. Snakey, I love to do my thing. Even young brother, he like to sing. But right now in freestyling, temper is my topic I have to bring. Temper in your center. Temper in your center. Temper in your center. I want everybody to remember, yeah? You know that temper very bad. Yes, she ramming no party in Trinidad. No people here that thank God. Because you know she very, very bad, yeah. Them love the zest, them love the best. Everybody don't know that they can't test. When temper come out, you cheat slackness. Everybody don't love up the badness. Temper in your center. Temper in your center. This carnival, everybody don't know that temper you have to remember. I say temper in your...
Yeah, let's hear it.
In your center. But it's very interesting the way that you may get a topic and say, okay, well, I don't really want to deal with this like that, and you flip it like make it happen, or you try to make the best of it in the way that Snakey did.
Well, I'm thinking, we're looking at the topics and Make It Happen might have had the best sort of performance with regards to staying on a topic or even any topic because I find the topics not to be very diverse. We add that's the final contestant, so...
Yeah, I mean, I understand where they were trying to go with the topics in terms of because they're trying to pick the interest of the youth, right? But I really feel that they should have been a little more in depth.
Yes.
I actually like Snakey presentation because he actually gave the audience something to hold on to. He keep reminding you, almost in a chorus kind of thing of what the topic was. So I kind of like how Snakey dealt with it.
So we take a short break. We come back with more. Stay with us, Kaisorama 2023.
Carnival Monday night. February 20th will be brass, and more brass as the National Carnival Commission presents Brass Bacchanal.
Brass Bacchanal!
Our third edition at Festival City, Queen's Park, Savannah.
Starting 8:30 p.m.
10 bands will do battle for the first prize of $100,000. Brass Bacchanal is a cooler event, so bring your coolers and your crew.
No oversized coolers, no glass bottles allowed. Come and remember the days when brass bands ruled.
Tickets are only $125, so get yours now. Tickets available at Caches and Java Nation stores nationwide. The NCC head office, Queen's Park, Savannah, and online at islandetickets.com. For more information, call 480-5100.
Who will win the first prize of $100,000?
Brass Bacchanal will take you back to the good old days. If you're a brass fan, don't miss this one. Brass Bacchanal.
Are you ready? It's time to leave.
I'm ready.
Good. Now, before we go, what are our rules?
Stay close to mommy or daddy.
Good. And?
Do not talk to strangers.
What else?
Do not take food, drinks, and snacks from strangers, and do not tell them where you live.
Good. And what about if you get lost? What do you do then?
Talk to a police officer.
And what do you tell them?
Good afternoon. My name is Kami. I am lost. Could you help me find my mommy or daddy?
Very good, but are you going to say mommy or daddy?
No, I will tell them your names and your phone number.
Good job. So now, let's take a selfie and we can leave.
Hanging a picture on the wall, and as she climb up the ladder broke and the picture fall. Jane came tumbling after, she slipped and fell on the glass. But lucky for her, I was at hand to take splinters out of her. Accidents will happen, you take that from me. So I do believe that everyone should have an accident policy. Tell you. Yes, I tried to sell rockers, an accident policy. One for his mom, one for his pop, one for his family. But rockers wouldn't listen. He told me I was fast. 2 weeks later, some blocks from the house fell on top of his mother. Accidents will happen, you take that from me. I do believe that everyone should have an accident policy. Yeah, the mother of all carnival. That was me I was listening to there while the band was playing, and I also sing. All right, you know this is the time of the year when you see all kind of things happen. That song just now, accident was for everybody. That's in the days when I used to do insurance. This song is more for the men, I'm going to see. And this is the time of the year you're going to see a lot of this happening around the country, right? And I call this one, and you could do it, you're going to see after the show, you're going to see a lot of that. I call this one, They Shaking It. Let me go a little tempo there, right? Yeah. This is not a jam and wine. It is not a party song. It's about them hardback men shaking it all over town. They shaking here, they shaking there, on the busy streets, all in the square. They doing it like it's a game. Them dirty, worthless, thinking men, they have no shame. They just take out the private part and pee on the grass, pee on a tree, pee on a post, pee on your wall in front of your face, and that ain't all. When they done, they shaking it. If you see them shaking it, if you see how they shaking it, and they only shaking it. They're shaking it. Yeah. They're shaking it. Tell you. They're shaking it. They're shaking it. Big men polluting up the place. They just use your wall to pee, exposing their anatomy. Little children passing, all of them to see. In the marketplace, they pee and pee. They pee in the park and don't care who see. Well, if you think poverty is hell, you should pass down with a pee and get the smell. I A big man stand by the road and pee. Little schoolgirls watching he. They call their friend to see this man with a snake in his hand. And he only shaking it. If you see him shaking it. If you see how he shaking it. Watching me and shaking it.
They're shaking it. They're shaking it. They're shaking it. They're shaking it.
Tell you. Big man in the heart of tongue, peeing in a garbage bin, then walk down the road shaking it. Flies from the garbage start following him. I just watch street vendors good, urinating, selling people food. This man called Dan went behind a van, and after he done pee and shake, come in to shake my hand. A old woman, she nearly died when she look and see Willie outside on the bush fence. He went to pee and stick it right in, and that's when he started running, shaking it. Money balling, shaking it. If you see him fanning, shaking it. If you see how he shaking it. There you go. Thank you very much.
They're shaking it. They're shaking it. They're shaking it.
And we're seeing a lot of funny, and it's really interesting where you see someone have kind of energy that when they're on stage, even when you're off a stage or you're just hearing the song,
yeah,
you're seeing those movements, you're seeing that antics, the in, out, the hand.
They're shaking.
Yeah, definitely. And again, as we were saying off air, funny come from that era where being the total artist in terms of your identity, your look, your sound, your stage persona, everything have to be crafted and working in combination and towards the same thing. So that is what made those bars so dynamic. We see some of it today, but it isn't as focused on. But that is an important thing. That is an important trait.
And sometimes even to the point where you find yourself influencing others. So like at Calypso Fiesta, during the live stream, you would have seen some people talking about the fact that Eunice Peters, it seems as though she was embodying some singing Sandra.
Yeah.
So because she has crafted that persona, so when you see that, you get that energy, you're thinking, yeah boy, Sandra.
Yeah. Well, that is part of it. And the other thing is though, and this is the flip side of what you're saying, I think, again, as I was saying, because a lot of the younger artists don't focus so much on creation of that persona that when they get on stage, some of them feel forced to draw on that which they know. And that is one of the things I think, if I was to offer constructive criticism, I think a lot of the younger artists need to focus more on creating their own persona, their own stage persona, and their own identity.
And that goes back to the point of make it happen.
Yeah.
Who knows who he is.
Exactly.
Yes, sir.
And is rooted within that position.
Yeah, definitely.
So I'm going to address your point, but from my position.
Yeah. Correct.
Yeah,
Correct.
most definitely. I mean, that's something that you develop over time too.
Yeah,
It's not just something that you sort of work yourself and find yourself in the music and what you represent and what you want to stand
Definitely,
for.
but that, while you're correct about that, I think that there must be an understanding that is important.
Yeah.
That is an important tenet that you must find a way to.
As we talk about the greats like a Shadow, etc.,
exactly.
you know that it was an entire persona, an entire package.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You think there's a bit of an ethos with the fact that now, as opposed to every song having a different melodical structure, now you have people riding rhythm, so you could have some stuff bleeding into each other. But we could talk about that when we return.
come back,
Stay with us. We come back with more.
Fantastic Friday has moved to Skinner Park, San Fernando. The Chutney Soca Monarch Finals will now be held Fantastic Friday, February 17th. Don't miss our special segment, Legends and Icons, with a special tribute to Anil Beam. Featuring performances by Nival Chaitlal, Ravi B and Karma, Satnarayan Raghu, Budram Holas, Rasika Dindia, Ruplal G, Drupati, and Terry Gadraj from Guyana. 13 finalists will vie for the Chutney Soca Monarch and the Queen of Chutney Soca. Absolutely free to the public. This international star-studded event is a gift to the nation, powered by the Government of Trinidad and Tobago, the National Carnival Commission, B-Mobile, TTT, Visit Trinidad, Angostura White Oak, and Southex.
Hey, brass bacchanal. Hey, brass bacchanal. Hey, brass bacchanal. Look, I go in big people fat. Me girl call and ask if I leave home. Yes, I tell she are real close. In brass bacchanal. Hey, Carnival Monday. Yeah, the thing will be real nice. Yes, the thing it a real vibe. Says, can't find me ticket. Yes, I down by the door. Realize I have to pay more. Carnival Monday night in the Savannah. It's brass bacchanal. Come and support your best band. Come with your cooler. Farm and be say so. Nana, 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 nana. Brass bacchanal. Nana, nana, nine, nine. Bacchanal. Be mobile, we tell. Wow. Finally, now I could get a chance to link up with my friends and go on with be mobile. The stage again, we in the place again. Finally we back on the stage. Be mobile with your stage. Now we're back on the truck. Yeah, we're back on the place. Hold back on the stage. Be mobile with your stage. Now we're back on the truck. Now we're back on the place. Why?
Now Morning Show is going to be live from the Queen's Park Savannah this Carnival Friday from 6 a.m. Talking about back-to-back performances, soca, Kaiso, pan, rhythm section, chutney, and so much more. Come and join us this Carnival Friday from 6 a.m. at the John Cupid Carnival Village. Like yourself and welcome home.
The Camboulet riots of 1881 decided the future of the mass. It was a day of bois, bottles and stones, and the expression of people's desire to claim their cultural space. Enslaved in this new land, their hard-fought freedom had finally been won in 1838. Camboulet is a celebration of the origins of the carnival that we know and love today. On Friday, 17th February, at the Piccadilly Greens Port of Spain from 4 a.m., the story unfolds as portrayed in a fantastic street pageant, the reenactment of the Camboulet riots. This event is a must-see for any lover of carnival. Come, witness the story as it unfolds. Presented by TTT.
Kaisorama reloaded, the fun, the bacchanal, the ram, and we thank B-Mobile and Tatil for bringing it to you. And this is more than just blue. But in terms of like the rounds that happened before, I could ask you who you think going through, why some of the reasons you think that?
Well, I think I got tackled the Extempo side.
Not a problem.
Because,
half and half.
We just get visited by Rockers, and I was just telling him that I'm glad that I'm sitting where he normally is and not having to do his job or the job of the judges. Yeah. You know, what is not difficult is very interesting. So, but as far as the Extempo, it's going to be difficult, but for me, I think Niall kicked it off real good. And he stayed on topic. So I think Niall was very good. I think Dion Diaz was very good too because he tackled the what's topic.
Yes.
Right? Brian London was pretty good. How many people going through, by the way?
4.
It's half of them?
Yeah.
Half of them. So to pick 4 from this 8 kind of difficult, you know.
No, well, it sounds like you already picked 4, you know.
Well, I pick, yeah, because I said Niall, Dion, Brian, and if I had to pick from who remain here,
Lingo say so.
I would say Lingo, you know. You know, Gypsy was customarily smooth, but I think as he get lower down into his later verses, he repeated some things.
Yes.
He wasn't as sharp and as on point. But, you know, as I said, those are the 4 for me who stood out in the first 8 in the Extempo. And I think we'll see how they fare.
I could agree with that.
And just before we get to the freestyle, this also reminds me of the point of topic that I asked about before. Because when you looked at that topic that Brian London got, be like, wait now, how are we going to deal with that?
Yeah.
You all want to push it in the pocket. But being able to treat it in a certain way raises the view of how it is. So you get a little more mass because of the difficulty.
Well, that's part of the skill of the Extempo is not just creating the rhymes and the flow, but it's the wit, you know, the wit and the cleverness with which you address the topic is also something to pay attention to, you know.
And what I find interesting as well sometimes is that sometimes the band chorus might be a good thing, it might be a bad thing, because when the band chorus is playing, you try not to look as though I think about next boy, as opposed to just lyrics rapidly firing.
Here's the thing that makes it challenging. In every one of those Extempo melodies, the verse is 16 bars long. The chorus, the band chorus, is half as long. So you don't have as much time. Right. You know, you have 8 bars of space to think about your next 16 bars. You know what I'm saying? So
what I didn't notice that Brian did is that he made the band play the chorus twice.
Yeah.
You notice that I give him a little more time.
Because of the melody repeats itself, but it actually measured out to the same 8, right? But again, it is understanding because, as we were saying, Sans Humanité is the only melody in the options they have that is in the minor. And for some reason, even though the structure in terms of bars is the same, for some reason that minor key gives it a different tone and a different feel.
Yeah.
And it almost makes it feel more daunting. You know what I mean? So that's why you find that when you're going into a repartee, especially the more experienced artists, they don't want anything else but Sans Humanité. Because now when you're going into battle, that is the melody that is really lent to that. And again, for some reason, it makes it a little more challenging than the others.
Yeah, and I would say that for those looking on, the options are you can choose Sans Humanité, Big Bamboo, Rama and Coca-Cola, and Marianne. So for the contestants tonight, they had the choice of choosing those 4.
I think Myron used Rama and Coca-Cola,
yes.
And Niall used Marianne. A couple of them would have used different melodies, but for the most part, it was run by the Sans Humanité.
Yeah.
Because that is what is globally identified as
Extempo.
the Extempo melody, the Extempo rhythm, as they call it, you know. But, yeah.
So take me through the freestyle now. What are your thoughts on them?
Well, it was very interesting. It was a first. And,
interesting is an interesting word, huh?
Yeah, it was very interesting, and I can see it growing from strength to strength. I hope that they keep it on.
Yeah.
I hope that they also consult with me on how to bring it forward. But looking at the presentations and performances that we saw tonight, I definitely think Pretty is in the run-ins. Make It Happen is in the run-ins. Fireball, because he went first, I think we forgot about
Fireball.
How he dealt with it. I believe Fireball, and I think Myron.
Yeah, Myron was good. For me, it's a toss-up between... I agree with those names you called there. The only thing is, while we could give kudos to Make It Happen for how he dealt with it, I am not so sure with the judges having to strictly stick to that rubric. I don't know how he will fare. So that is the only name that you call there that, me personally, I like what he did. But in terms of the judges' criteria, I'm not sure how he will fare. And for me, it would be between Snakey and Myron. You know, I think there's a toss-up between the two of them. For me personally, I would lean more to Snakey. because, as I say, now Myron, I'm saying this only because in the particular category, which is freestyle, which is not exactly the structure as Extempo, but Snakey found a way to almost turn it into a song, right? So that he, in that 1 minute and 30 seconds, he almost separated into this is my chorus, this is my verse, and he stuck on topic.
Well,
Myron was
we
Myron
did find
was
a
good
couple
though,
of them doing that.
Yeah, Myron was good though. For me, it's a toss-up between the two of them.
And what I'll say about Make It Happen, though, is that it's not as though he ran from the topic.
Yeah.
He stated his case in increments. This is what you want me to sing about.
Yeah.
It's almost
these are my feelings on the matter.
Yeah.
So
it's
because of
almost
that,
like this is how I feel about the topic.
Yeah, that's how I feel about the topic.
So because of that, as opposed to addressing it like this, I wish instead of this topic, and you still go back, I wish instead of this topic,
Yeah.
you asked me to talk about this.
I'll tell you, and having a little insight into how judges operate, he might fare better if the three of us were judging him. Right? Because the reality is, I mean, and apart from the fact that they have guidelines by which to follow, to stick to the rubric, I don't know that they would have the luxury of exploring it that deeply.
Right.
Because all three of us have some frame of reference for Make It Happen. I don't know if the judges have that. And, you know, as we know with all competitive things, for some reason, when you're in that judge's seat, it seems like they start to see and hear something different to the rest of people who looking.
But one of the things, though, I will say that hopefully the judges see that it did not appear haphazard.
Yeah.
The way that Make It Happen treated with subject. So
Yeah.
it's not as though, wait, now he just went off course.
Yeah.
Right.
But he grounded what he was doing from this position.
And that is why I'm coming back to what Chromatics say in terms of we understand that this is the first one, right? So they obviously have some things to sort out.
Yeah.
And one of those things would be understanding the skills required for the people who have to judge this, right? Because if you intend to keep it as a different dynamic to Extempo, because if we have the same batch of judges judging both things,
So you would think, exactly.
there's a lot that could be lost in translation,
So
right?
you think there should be separate judges for these separate categories?
Or
bilingual.
Exactly.
So you're able
Judges
to
who
be able
could
to
understand
operate
both
from
things, right?
I learned that term the other day, reality of reference.
Yeah.
So you're able to, and the thing, this is actually stuff that both of you all have addressed in different musical treatises.
Definitely.
So if you're talking about the blueprint,
Yeah.
if you're talking about Custom Cupid, so when Lingo went to Calypso Fiesta, I thought he was going to talk about Mr. Cupid as opposed to saying, well, he was going to call another name.
Right.
But before we go too deep down that road, we take another break, thanking B-Mobile and Tatil for helping us to bring Kaisorama 2023 to you on TTT. Stay with us. We return with more.
Back in the bacchanal. B-Mobile we tell, wow. Finally now I could get a chance to link up with my friends and go on with B-Mobile again. The stage again, we in the place again. Finally we back on the stage. B-Mobile we on stage. Now we back on the truck. Yeah, we back on the place. Hold back on the stage. B-Mobile we on stage. Now we back on the truck. Now we back on the place. Why?
Fantastic Friday has moved to Skinner Park, San Fernando. The Chutney Soca Monarch Finals will now be held Fantastic Friday, February 17th. Don't miss our special segment, Legends and Icons, with a special tribute to Anil Beam. Featuring performances by Nival Chaitlal, Ravi B and Karma, Satnarayan Raghu, Budram Holas, Rasika Dindia, Ruplal G, Drupati, and Terry Gadraj from Guyana. 13 finalists will vie for the Chutney Soca Monarch and the Queen of Chutney Soca. Absolutely free to the public. This international star-studded event is a gift to the nation, powered by the Government of Trinidad and Tobago, the National Carnival Commission, B-Mobile, TTT, Visit Trinidad, Angostura White Oak, and Southex.
Now Morning Show is going to be live from the Queen's Park Savannah this Carnival Friday from 6 a.m. Talking about back-to-back performances, soca, Kaiso, pan, rhythm section, chutney, and so much more. Come and join us this Carnival Friday from 6 a.m. at the John Cupid Carnival Village. Like yourself and welcome home.
The Camboulet riots of 1881 decided the future of the mass. It was a day of bois, bottles and stones, and the expression of people's desire to claim their cultural space. Enslaved in this new land, their hard-fought freedom had finally been won in 1838. Camboulet is a celebration of the origins of the carnival that we know and love today. On Friday, 17th February, at the Piccadilly Greens Port of Spain from 4 a.m., the story unfolds as portrayed in a fantastic street pageant, the reenactment of the Camboulet riots. This event is a must-see for any lover of carnival. Come, witness the story as it unfolds. Presented by TTT.
Hey Trinidad, time to play yourself. Hey Trinidad, yeah. Time to free yourself. Tobago. Trinidad, yeah. Trinidad. Here we come now.
I consider my songs like my children. So when people ask me what's your favorite song or your best song, I say, well, the one I'm doing presently. I always say the songs that I write in 5 minutes are the ones that really hit the nail on the head, you know. The song has a drum beat in it.
The action is here. Everybody, hands in the air. Tell me why. Soca music gone clear. Yeah, people wave and bow to the king. The action is here. Oh, yo, 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 yo.
And you are seeing a view of the crowd in the grandstand, and it is the first time that I think I heard some booing a little while ago, gentlemen, and I definitely didn't see any toilet paper, but at the same time, I think we out, and people say outside nice, and being able to articulate your feelings, knowing that time is what you have, and time is a lot more precious, so possibly not wasting people's time.
Yeah, well, I mean, you know, the savannah atmosphere is different. Eh? You will get booing in the savannah, the toilet paper, you will get on Skinner Park. But yeah, I mean, I think people, this being the first carnival post-pandemic, I think people have a real thirst for all these different art forms, right? So when you're bringing something, you had to bring it for them, and if you bring it halfway, people didn't wait 2.5 years for you to bring nothing halfway for them. So you're going to get somebody booing if people feel like, because I mean, the person who suffered from that was Blue Magic, right? But again, he was wowing them with his entrance. But then when you get on stage and time to deliver, what you're delivering had to have as much substance as you know, and I think the crowd
a little pack of water was lacking in that performance.
Yeah. So the crowd realized that, you know, that wasn't forthcoming, and the real flash was the entrance. I think that disappointed them a bit.
But it's really interesting, though, and you talk about coming out of the pandemic and what people are expecting, because there's been so much time to craft certain things, but at the same time, where has the focus been? Because if you're just focusing on surviving and seeing, okay, well, where am I going to be getting the resources that I need, as opposed to saying, okay, well, all of these things are happening up to yesterday, which is what Dion Diaz would have been tasked to present on. There's so much material.
Yeah,
and does the articulation does it go hand in hand with the amount of things that people have to write about to you, Chromatics?
Well, I mean, I would say so. As I was referencing earlier, we're in an age where so much information is coming at you. But sometimes it's so much information when we barely have the chance to absorb or go in depth on one issue.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, I mean, it's either, what do they say, a little about a lot or a lot about a little.
Yeah. And I think that's a very important point because, as he says, so much. And then for me, right, personally, when you would hear the public say, oh, they have plenty to write about, boy, Kaiso have plenty to write about.
Well,
what they don't always understand is, with that plethora of information, you have to remember that we have to internalize, process, and then come with it now with a different angle. We can't bring it back to you
In
the same way you saying, then go and read the papers for that. And while part of what the role of the artist and more so the Calypsonian is to be the newspaper or the information or the information provider, you also have to understand that it's coming in the package of an art form.
Yeah.
So that I can't just come and regurgitate what you already know. And then you have the issue, like for me, I try to not touch topics that I think is low-hanging fruit, one. And even if I am forced to, I always have to find that angle that I think nobody else will come from, or it's hardly likely people will come from. So all of that takes time, it takes effort, it takes understanding the craft, you know?
And you say that and you carry me back to Latalama Simba of Blessed Mention, Brother Resistance, and he was sharing the anecdote of writing drum and the bass. And he said really easy, and bass rhyme with waist. But he took that decision, here water, waist not coming in the song.
Yeah.
So I'm going to address it in a very different way, and I refuse to pick that low-hanging fruit. Because my art form has to say something about me.
And therein would lie my observation/recommendation for the freestyle category. Because here's the thing, while I understand that they are trying to capture a lot of the younger demographic, I don't think it should be an approach that almost amounts to dumbing down of the thing.
Totally
because
agree.
these artists also skillful in what they do. So I think they have to look at structure of the whole thing. They need to put some more structure to it. And I think it is important to give them topics that are just as in-depth or far-reaching as the Extempo. Why? Because what you're really trying to do, or you should be aiming to do, is not just draw the eyes of the younger demographic to what is happening, you know, but you also try to show them that there's artistry on it and raise the bar a little bit.
And
too.
we also want to draw the eyes of the older demographic to
Exactly.
let them know that the younger ones have that depth
Because
and
what
have
you're
that knowledge
looking for
and
really
skill.
is cross-pollination.
Exactly.
And you want the younger audience to have an interest in the Extempo and vice versa. So I don't think, while I understand the trying to have the two things have separate identities, I don't think it should necessarily be so airy-fairy and light and or as light. You know?
And you say that, and it makes me want to ask the question, I wonder what an older demographic looking at the freestyle would say about them, youths them, or those participants, if they don't take the topics into consideration.
Yeah, definitely.
Yes, so therefore we're almost depending upon those topics that chosen as a reflection of what we're here to sing about. Is that all we are about as that younger generation? So I think they need to really bear that in mind.
Yeah,
with the
definitely.
public.
You don't want to have them because it's already new, right? And I think you know, I mean, that's why I say I kind of like Myron's approach, Snakey's approach, and even make it happen. Although we say according to the rubric he might falter, but in terms of he tried to lift the level of where he was trying to send me.
Exactly.
You know?
I'm so interested to see what that will
Well,
look like.
this is what I would like to know as we are about to start the second half. Are they going to announce the four going forward in each category before we start, or how?
Well, I would expect, I would imagine so.
Right.
So, well, to find out, we go stateside.
See through? Yeah, man, it clear through the thing. We could see who. All right, let me do it the right way. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, we had 8 contestants inside the Extempo category. And we have the results here. Wait, they glue it down and then they put the seal?
Yeah, safe
Oh,
and
the
safe.
judges safe, boy.
And secure.
Tight.
Yeah, man.
All right.
So the 4 that is moving forward to the second round, the names are as follows. Brian London.
Myron Bruce, a.k.a. Calypso Knight.
Niall Manswell.
And Winston Peters, the Gypsy.
And as those names are called, we're requesting those artists on stage.
Can we have those 4 artists join us on stage so we can pick numbers for the next round?
Brian London.
Myron Bruce.
Niall Manswell.
Gypsy.
I have to give them a little time because some of them were a little further away because we were on intermission, right?
And on top of that, the walk on the stage is the longest walk
Yeah,
ever.
it's a long walk. I need my steps tonight.
I don't understand why we just had 2 songs for the road march. One to reach halfway across and the next one to finish the rest. All right, so we have Niall Manswell and Brian London.
And Calypso Night is approaching.
Just now, Brian, you change your clothes for the next round? What trouble is this? But there's a soca monarch or extempo monarch. Man coming in on crane who are outfit change. What trouble is this?
You have to keep the thing
Yeah, keep it
exciting,
jiggy.
man. Yeah, jumpy, man.
Ah, okay. Keep them guessing.
That's right.
All right, all right. And we now have our next 2, Myron B. and Winston Peters. All right, so this is the round, ladies and gentlemen, where they go head-to-head in a way, but it's not a knockout.
No, it's not a knockout.
It's
just
not a knockout.
The 2 highest marks move forward to the final.
So essentially, they're going out versus on the same topic. Yes?
Yeah.
All right, so let's get the contenders against each other. Mr. London, if you'd pick a number, please. Number is 2.
Yeah, Brian London has chosen number 2. Niall Manswell.
Myron laugh, yes? It have a next 2, don't worry. This number is, you gotta move your finger. Number 1. Niall is 1.
All right.
Myron B, boy.
He's famous for picking 2, eh?
And he gets 1 this time, ladies and gentlemen. Well, I mean,
Well, of course, but you
find
know,
me
the
this
process
high
is
he
the
picking for
process.
no reason at this point.
So therefore, Winston Gypsy Peters has chosen number 2.
All right, so that means...
We would like to ask the ones to remain on stage.
Right, so the ones would be Niall Manswell and Calypso Knight. They would go head-to-head. We'll bring the box out to pick the topic. And then we have Brian London versus Gypsy afterward. All right, so they have agreed, as gentlemen should, that Niall...
1, 2.
will pick the topic, or no, Myron will pick the topic and Niall will go first. And the topic for this round. Oh, Jesus. You go ahead, Omar, announce down.
Are you able now? Inchan Suwin Krokro. Inchan Suwin Krokro.
Marianne.
Marianne, the one.
Marianne.
Let's hear it one more time for Michelle Henry and the Kaiso Encore Band. Doing fantastic work here this evening at the Queen's Park Savannah as we get ready for the next round of the Extempo Monarch 2023. This is Kaisorama. There we go.
Let we go. This issue is contentious. So, Inchan, he get litigious. And as the issue move on, he say that Crow mash he corn. So now, a matter of great import Inchan, he take Crow to court. But Crow, you're singing calypso. And if you're singing facts, hear what I say. Sing, Crow, sing, cause we have your back. So let we go say.
Come on a little faster now. Make it up a little bit. Pick it up, give me more. A little more now, give me. Calypsonians have a responsibility with the words that coming out of their mouth creatively. So this is what I want you to know. There is always controversy with the crow. The first thing that people does always say is always racial this and racial that every day. And Inchan Ishmael, I am telling you, he's no sport. He like to take people straight to court. Why all you doing me that please the band? Because Inshal is a real bacchanal man. Play anything now.
All day, all night, Miss Mariana. Sada-bam-bam-ba-de. La-lam-la-lam-la-lam-ba-de-me-de. So, I hope somebody will mount a defense. And I hope that defense is a good offense. I'm telling you now, I don't want to pose. So let me be careful, cause me have no court clothes. But if you're racist and you're talking that, it's up to the Calypsonian to expose facts. So Inchan boy, I real sorry for you. But still, Crow, we backing you. Let we go.
All you sing the thing, there, man. What really started this controversy is a performance on the internet that Inchan see. He hear Crow doing something that make him shame. He say the Calypsonian calling up my name. But just the other day, I must report, Crow say he never do nothing of that sort. In a big interview, all on the Guardian, Crow say he mentioned Imshan, Imshimel in that one. Ba-da.
Lam lam la ba da de da. Some dum de 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 da. La ba la ba la ba dum ba de. So I'm telling you, Calypso will be stifled if we allow them fellas to cause all that trouble. We must always stay open and let the Calypsonian sing. Let the beat sharpen. If every time a Calypsonian sings, somebody take we to court, that's an attack on the culture and we go lost. So my friends, tonight I say on this, we should never engage in censorship. Let we go say.
Yo. Niall boy, like you're getting it wrong. This is not about censorship about the song. Calypsonians have a big responsibility to be the voice of the people in TNT. Let me explain what is happening, man. We have all races of people in this land. So I am telling you right now, it might be an earful, but when it comes to racial lyrics, Calypsonians must be responsible. All your job! Da, 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 da.
Boy, the culture is going to fade if Calypsonians cannot call a spade a spade. If every time we sing, we go to court, well then I tell you before, the culture would be lost. Myron boy here in this country, Calypsonians will get in trouble every time we call somebody Duncy. And I'm telling you now, here in TNT, if that was so, the UNC would have get all away.
Give me some more tempo now, man. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. Soca. Give me jam. Niall, boy, what you just said was a fact, but it will always be that Kaisonians must have tact. Let me say this now because I'm a Calypsonian and I'm always paying attention to everyone. When I have an audience, this not like long ago. You had to watch the words that coming out of your mouth, so people right now, I'm saying this in disbelief. I don't think Crick Croco had a right to call the man a thief. I God! Thank
Yeah, let's hear it for Niall and Calypso Night. Yeah.
We keep anything moving nice and swift, man.
Listen.
Watch now, it's personal.
Yeah.
Now remember, they're going up against each other on the same topic. And they're doing it for points. This is not a knockout round. This is for points, right? So it means that whoever scores the highest out of the 4 contestants
will move forward.
Will move forward to the war. And the war is the one-on-one battle.
Yep.
That's what I really come to see tonight.
Correct is right.
That is the part I'm looking forward to. The men's had a fire, them kind of shots it has be. Sometimes it has be some low blows.
All that in it, man.
All that in it. I here for the low blows.
That is part of the repartee.
That is the part I here for.
Right?
I come for the bacchanal and the carnival.
You understand?
I was watching it live. I here for the bacchanal.
And trust me, over the last 2 days, it had plenty bacchanal.
Watch now.
Listen.
Watch now.
But not me. I think next year see people in court and all. Not me now. I ain't able.
All right. No, not yet. All right. The judges said they ain't ready yet. But you look like you have court clothes.
Eh?
You look like you have court clothes.
According to thing and them is I might have court clothes. I ain't have court clothes, nah. I not able to that. Let them fellas and ladies and thing handle the end. What I can't understand though is why you're involved in we know. Hear how the thing went when this happened. Eh? I say, but why is this happening on social media? Because I don't like people business, eh? But then he come and he put your business in front of my face. So I say, hey, let me peep at it. But then I don't want to hear that.
But you see how much of your business he put?
Yeah, but
that is the part I don't get.
At a certain point, it was too much. Even the Mako and me started to say, all right, all you cool it now. Ease me up. Easy now.
Ladies and gentlemen, we keep the competition moving inside the Kaisorama. Up next, Brian London and Gypsy. They're going to pick their topic to be able to go head to head and get us to the next round. And Lord, and if this topic come now,
you understand?
You know they're going to say we plan it, right?
And I have a concern. You see how we only talking about next round and next round. I feel we could be traumatizing what's, you know, every time you hear next round.
Yeah, you can't deal with no more wrongs. No more wrongs. Too much. Can't take no more. All right, so the topic for Brian London and Gypsy is Calypso Fiesta. That's broad.
Very broad.
Enjoy, gentlemen. Calypso Fiesta.
What I want to say to you, partner, 2023 Calypso Fiesta. It in the light, boy, it not in the dark. This year Gypsy we return to Skinner Park. And I say, boy, without a doubt, I see the whole of Skinner Park, it always sold out. When I see that, boy, it make me know. I say, long, long live Calypso. La ba ba dee dum ba 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 la ba dum 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 ba la ba da.
Well, I really don't want to sound strange, but I think that Fiesta, they need some change. The thing people doing is plain to see. They are singing no Kaiso for me. I telling you, well, the songs are wrong. I hearing reggae and opera song. I telling you, it gone to my head. Down there, they killing Calypso dead.
A lot of complaints are telling you, Gypsy. That is what people said to me. I don't want to get in a sticky wicket. They say people were selling a lot of false tickets. They say it was like a fox. People wasn't putting the tickets inside the box. When they went by people and asked them sincerely, they say they're selling the tickets for the NCC.
Down, 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 down.
Ba-la-ba-ba, ba-la-ba-da. Alabado.
Brian, I think you better shut your mouth. If you don't know what the hell you're talking about, I don't know what it is you're trying to tell me, that they're selling tickets for the NCC. Man, I think you should walk through the door. If not the NCC, who they're selling it for? The thing about it, well, you ought to know, NCC is in charge of the whole damn show.
I don't want to cause no bacchanal. I know NCC is in charge of the carnival. And when it comes to the Calypso Fiesta show, that falls under the auspices of Tuco. Look, I say tonight, and what I say just now, it is very right. No outlet in Mayaro, but I want to know how a man was selling tickets up in Mayaro. Tell me.
Well, for years they have me in fear. Every time that we go down there to sing Calypso is plain to see. Some people are singing good enough for we. I telling you, some of them out of time. They have no lyrics and the thing don't rhyme. The thing about it, it gone to the head. These people killing the fiesta dead.
Please listen what I have to say. I saw a Calypso expose. We could agree, yes, to disagree for Kaiso Fiesta 2023. I'm not causing no bacchanal, but a lot of youths have made it to the final. And when I see that, it make me understand. Gypsy, at least we Calypso is in good hands. La ba ba dum ba dum ba dum, la ba do la ba dum la dum ba dum, la ba do la ba da la ba do.
Something about that leaving me in doubt. Tell me what good hands you talking about. I tell you I could hit these people some clout. How the hell they could leave Aaron Duncan out? The thing about that, well, is plain to see what is happening with the fiesta in this country. I telling you, we must make a move and we must work to have fiesta improve.
And we are looking at what Masters of the Art Form will look like in terms of having that, even though it's not that repartee and that back and front, but doing it for points, and it's not the war zone as yet. It's still something to look at. And even before we go to you, Mr. Shaq, what do you think about that romantics?
No, good vibes, good energy. It seemed like a sort of balance back and forth between Brian and Gypsy. But previously, I'll let Shaq comment on the first.
Yeah, well, for my part, I mean, I agree with him to some degree with the back and forth between Brian and Gypsy. I think they both had verses where they were stronger than the other and vice versa. So that one will be a little more difficult to call. For me personally, I think Niall Manswell bested Myron. In terms of, he presented way more cohesive points to me. And, you know, there was a little bit of repetitiveness in Myron's delivery, but we'll see how it goes.
So we're going to stage to see what is happening with the
Bruce Calypso Night.
And 4.
Richard Rohan, Fireball.
That is what we're talking about.
Gentlemen, make your way to the stage.
Come on down. The stage is dry and we have some topics for you to pick, some numbers for you to pick. Let's get this rolling on the show.
Yes, man.
You see why crime will never done? You hear what I'm calling for?
Not me, now. I not again. You see me, I play like me, hear them. Anyway.
Again, we would like to reiterate, the judge's decision
is final.
Is final.
And we also want to let the high-up man know he could go home. Hey, I ain't able now.
Gentlemen, can you please step forward and pick some numbers? Pretty up first. My word. If nothing else, will they get entertainment tonight?
Pretty has chosen number 2.
Pretty is 2. Who's next,
Snakey,
Snakey?
step forward.
Snakey is 1.
Number 1.
Myron Bruce.
This time he can't escape number 2. He can't say nothing all that in a row.
The one again, boy. Oh, boy. And that means Fireball. I assume
the other one.
The
other two. Yep.
All right.
All right.
So with the
number
ones, please remain on stage. And the 2s can head off.
And here we come with the topics.
Now again, this is very similar to what just happened in the Extempo round, where we have them going versus on the same topic for points. The people with the highest points will move on to the next round where we have war.
How many verses?
Well, it's the same. Is it the same minute? And yeah, same. 3 verses?
3 verses, yeah. Yeah, 3 verses.
All right. Who pick any topic? Myron is the picker man. And he has picked. Oh, Jesus. The topic for these 2 gentlemen to get things started, Red Woman is Tears.
I stay out of that one.
In all my years, Red Woman is tears. Just the other day, a truck come by me and move all my furniture. Red Woman is tears, and that is true. I hope I run be don't have a red woman too. Them is trouble anywhere that you go. All the men them in Trinidad, all of them know. Oh, red woman is tears. Tears, tears, tears. Tears, call me funny tears. Even me all of my wares. Hey, enough of them don't know snaky. Cool and humble. But with the red woman, when I walk in, I stumble. When I talking, I lost in my words, I start to fumble. Because the red woman cooking the thing and keeping me there. She take all my money from me. She makes snaky turn skinny. I can't go nowhere again. She only ning in my brain.
One time, DJ, wait, turn on. Red woman is tears. All you say, red woman is. And then, red woman is. Let me tell all you. Right now, listen to this one. I had about 3 red women. Let me tell you right now, watch and see. With 3 of them, I was not lucky. The first one I get cheap thief with my car. The next one take and gone well far. The third one I tell you now, watch at me. She went and take away all my run money. Let me tell you now, people have a big stigma about them red woman from all over. Let me tell you why I won't be discreet. Them red woman and them real sweet. But let me tell you this in case you don't know. Red woman is a problem in Trinbago. All of them and them in real problem. With all of them red woman and them. Cause they're sweet, they how? They're sweet, they how? They're sweet, how? Let me tell all of this. Right now all you watch at me. The red woman and them iron snaky. Because he win a competition recently. And they know he have a big bag of money. When they see the nice black darky, I saw they go in to surround he. And when it is they check it out, watch and see. I saw he wouldn't get $1 of all that money. Why? Red woman is tears. I tell you right now, these are all the affairs. All the red woman and their peers. Telling now all of them is tears.
Ding ding, baby ding ding. Hey hey, ha! I should I listen to my grandmother when she tell me to take a little darkie from Kapishima? I'm gonna take the red woman and now I suffering. Now I really need to come here and try to win. Because my money is done. It's done. Because of the red woman, it's done. It. Because of the red woman, I'm walking in the sun. I have none. I just in the diamond jubilee and all the money done. Hey, because of the red woman, you better understand. If I don't win this, she gon' beat me when I go in the van. Hey, them red woman.
Snaky, I realize they're staggering here a little bit. Come forward, let me tell you something. With the words that you say, well, I really agree. Right now I'm looking for a nice darkie. A nice girl looking just like Trini. Any one of them could come around me. I like the girl that was nice and dark. Me and she go walk all day through the park. When I'm done with that, just watch and see. She cook and she clean and she work hard for me. But the red woman that I had before, she don't really like none of them things galore. She just want to come and pose and brag while on the thing and drink real stag. I'm telling you right now in them bar, them red woman and them come from far. The inside of there right now is strength, causing fellas one set of pain. Right now, I don't want to porn. They say that all them red girl horn. And I'm telling you right now, you see, I saw plenty of them horns, Snaky.
My Randy, tell me, yeah, the story. Answer me.
Tell.
Which one was a red woman or an old car? Which one was a red woman or an old car? Well, you go shut down with the old car, feel very sick, but you will feel worse if you come home and see inside your house a man like Snaky, and everybody know I have a short doty. Red woman or old car, tell me which one of them worse. I make up this on this spot and I put it in the verse. I know that in this style we are champion. I want a darkie from in the grandstand. Look!
Snaky, let me tell you this. In case you don't know, let me tell you this. Right now, I come here to tell you this. Grandstand!
When I done sing right here tonight, you know me and my girl just fight. So I am telling you I won't complain. I might end up with a red woman again. I'm telling you right now it's done. I find a red woman, them is fun. They fingernail long, they look real cute. And if you see they like how I dress in my suit. If it a red woman out there, let me hear a little bit of hooray you hear. If it a red woman out there, somebody say hooray, let me hear. I'm telling you, you say, because it a real red woman out there. And all of the red woman in the grandstand, let me see all your raise on your hand. I telling you this in case you remember. I'm coming across to get your number. Cause I don't really care, I'm not insane. Everybody know Calypsonian like me. Give me.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I think that this actually shows us horses for courses, and sometimes styles make matches.
Yeah.
And I really think that these gentlemen would have complemented each other in a manner that took the art forward, or the freestyle forward, and was for the benefit of the individuals looking at. And we see some people identifying as Red Woman in the grandstand, waving their hands. But we're getting ready for Pretty and Fireball. So we see how this combination goes.
Yes.
So we go to the stage and come back with more.
Going head-to-head versus each other. Myron Bruce, a.k.a. Calypso Knight, and, of course, Heaven Charles, also known as Snakey. For this second one, we have Pretty and Fireball.
Let me see
And
what
they're picking
Pretty
the
pull,
topic.
man.
I ain't sure the judges ready yet, so hold on.
The Fireball, see what happening there. Ah, boy.
Oh, Lord.
Listen, like it's ready a Red Woman night. Nessa Preppy.
Wow.
This the band.
Hold on. Judges, are they ready? They
All
ready
right,
yet.
all right. So we pausing.
Unthink what you was thinking before. So you could rethink something new. You had to unthink the thing that was thinking.
All right, so we need to give the judges a little moment.
Yeah, man.
To deal with what they have to deal with.
I kind of want to ask who they liking so far, but I feel like that go bias the judges' decision.
Yeah, can't ask
Hey,
that
I
right
didn't
now.
really ask. I said I wanted to ask. Don't shout it out. You'll get all the way in trouble. All right. Our judges, ladies and gentlemen, do not have an easy task ahead of them tonight, but they're doing the very best that they can and hoping that nobody will get too vexed with them after. I don't see some Molly vex in the back already, I know. All all right upstairs?
All right, so we're almost there.
All right. Lovely.
So like we said, these out of these pair, the two that have the highest marks will move forward to the final.
Yes. So again, it's not a
Freestyle.
knockout. It's
Yeah.
not a knockout. It's for points. Whoever has the highest points at the end of both rounds is who moves forward to the next round. Yeah? Judges, talk to me.
Yeah, man, they're ready, man.
Nah, they're still looking like they have some thinking going on there, boy. That round was hard. Difficult, I understand. I do not envy you. Ladies and gentlemen, Pretty Fireball. The
Nessa
topic-
Preppy, this the band. Nessa Preppy, this the band.
I want you to repeat after me. Oh, sing the beautiful melody. She was wrong. She was wrong. She was wrong. She was wrong. Hey, from what I understand, let's up with this demand. But that was because she was experienced, so I understand. But I think to see, she's still a queen, and she will learn from she mistake. Yes, if you know what I mean. But when she tell the band do that, and she let the crowd know what's going on, that was the disrespect, because that moment she embarrassed the band. She wrong. Yeah. Yeah.
Ooh, yeah. This ain't Nessa, this the band. Nessa, this the band. I can't understand. Standing up as man, no, she this the band. This ain't Nessa, this the band. Nessa, this the band. I don't think people understand that girl never this the band. Oh, I remember that day Firefest, I perform on the stage. Backstage, yeah, you know I was right there. All you didn't listen to what Nessa say when she was on stage. She said she got a little difficulties, technical difficulties, I blame my body. But Trinidad like so much bacchanal that this spirit cross the carnival. The happy girl on stage looking like an animal, and all she just wants to do is perform and sing. Yeah, she couldn't do that thing, so please tell me why, how she did the band.
Hey, how she does the band. Oh, now listen, young man, we keep it original. Nessa Pepe is a professional, and she manage her well disrespect. We have to watch that from that aspect. She do certain things I didn't like. How the manager could come and grab the mic. They should not do that at all. Take it from Fireball. Hey, well the lesson to learn there. Hey, don't do that again. Cause the band is who backing the artist, so that could cause pain. You understand? But the band was wrong too. Hey, I'm not lying at all. Yo, yeah, the band was wrong too. They shouldn't make Nessa look so small. I didn't think they mean to disrespect them. Hey, I am talking the facts. She was just a little inexperienced, so next time Nessa need to relax. She does the band.
Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. Like you didn't listen what I say. You just repeating everything that I just did before, so please listen to me. Cause I freestyling, I not whining, and I stand up on the stage. Trust me, you know I'm pretty not afraid. I've been doing this since back in the day, when Bunchy was in a Rama, standing up and freestyling, so understand. Temperature was the band, and when girls up on the stage, we say she not performing cause that's what the stage manager say. So don't tell me, cause I was in the backstage and you know I see. I not telling no Nancy story. I is not TV6, so MIOB. I is pretty and I don't lie. So if you vex, you go back and then cry, cause you know that pretty never lie. So stop dragging she name to the mud, cause I don't know she never did the band.
Whoa, hey, hey. No, I get talking my part. I ain't come up here to argue. I guess you was on the show, so you know what happened for true. Well, I can only say from what I see on Facebook, and when I see the video and what took place, I didn't like how it looked. Yes, the lady band, she look like a muck. It makes she look like a crook. I make it worse when the man come and take with the mic guy something he shoulda never took. Hey yo, next time they must do better. Next time they must do better. But the only person who get embarrassed that night was the one named Nessa. Next time they must do better. Next time they must do better. Listen to me what I saying. Fireball is a serious fella.
Yeah. Fireball and Freestyle was nice. Yeah, I see you bringing red vibes, but let me tell you what I didn't like. The drag Nessa name whole night. Yeah, she managed to grab the mic, but he had a reason, cause it was a negative season, and I know that he was defending the artist on stage, because the manager decided to play. So when the band just did not play, what else you expected him to say? They say no, he hitting the girl, but you know that is just bacchanal. But you know it wouldn't be bacchanal if it was not carnival, so understand me. You didn't realize when Nessa gone on the media and apologize. No, they didn't like that. They find she was wrong and she wasn't right. But she showed that she's a responsible artist and she stand up pray. And if they bad talking shit, you didn't listen to what she say, she never did the band.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it one more time for
Hey, brass bacchanal. Hey, brass bacchanal. Hey, brass bacchanal. Look, I go in big people fete. Me girl call and ask if I leave home. Yes, I'll tell she are real close. In brass bacchanal. Hey, Carnival Monday. Yeah, the thing go be real nice. Yes, the thing it a real vibe. Says, can't find me ticket. Yes, I down by the door. Realize I have to pay more. Missing me, it's not missing me. I'm going to brass bacchanal. see Carnival Monday night in the Savannah. It's brass bacchanal. Come and support your best band. Come with your cooler, from and be say so. Nana, 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 brass bacchanal. Nana, nana, nine, nine.
Never ever worry, don't mind if life make you sad. I tell them never ever worry, if your house get flooded out real bad. I tell them never ever worry, what I'm saying is true. So just consider, Tatil will always be here for you.
Tatil, where people are people. You know what I mean.
Back in the bacchanal. Be mobile, we tell, wow. Finally now I can get a chance to link up with my friends and go on with Be Mobile again. The stage again, we in the place again. Finally we back on the stage. Be Mobile, we on stage. Now we back on the truck. Yeah, we back on the place. Oh, back on the stage. Be Mobile, we on stage. Now we back on the truck. Now we back on the place.
Oh, I've got this feeling to high-five the sun, dance in the rain, and have my scoop of fun. I'm on my way to flavor my day with something new, and I've got room for you. Let loose and live a little, get close and share a little, give in and taste a little. You'll fall in love with Creamery novelties. Love life and live a little, get close and share a little, give in and taste a little. You'll fall in love with Creamery novelties.
Enjoy new Creamery novelties. Live a little.
Coming back, Sancho, when you come into Chukondi Junction. Hey baby girl, when you whine and you push back. Hey baby girl, when you whine. See when you coming back, Sancho, when you come in Chukondi Junction. Hey baby girl, when you whine and you push back. Hey baby girl, when you whine. And then jug jug, 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 and then jug jug, jug jug, jug jug. What are you doing? Who does that? Everybody take a jump now. Jump, 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 jump. I was feeling it. Then she come and give me the juke on the junction. Hey baby girl, when you whine, when you push back. Hey baby girl, when you whine, baby come and give me stay. I go give you a juke till you forget about your man. Hey baby girl, when you whine, when you push back. Hey baby girl, when you whine, make your back bend like the break your spine, and I go to the fix it right. It's carnival, make me see you whine on the road and move like you have no shame. Some boys say them is a player, but when the outside they have no game. When the girls and them they outside, them moving vibes and they don't move lane. When you're coming back, Sancho, when you're coming to Chukondi Junction. Hey baby girl, when you whine, when you push back. Hey baby girl, when you whine. When you're coming back, Sancho, when you're coming to Chukondi Junction. Hey baby girl, when you whine, when you push back. Hey baby girl, when you whine. And then it's jug jug, 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 and then jug jug. Next song. What are you doing? The name of this one is Road Jam. Get familiar. Have a wine in major, and your waistline bad like danger. You have a wine in major, and your waistline bad like. And you can bubble and wine, bubble and wine. You look good when you shake your behind. Bubble and wine, bubble and wine. You wine fast and you not lose time. Bubble and shake it, bubble and shake it. Some girl can do that so they hate it. Bubble and shake it, bubble and shake it. One wine alone. See when you have just one wine, I taking a jam. No title, I's not your man. Waistline spinning just like a fan. And just so that I'm taking a jam. Hey, killer, where you been when I wine when I cock up your butt on me. What are you doing? Who does that? Say, road jam, road jam, road jam, road jam, road jam, road jam, road jam. Oh, God, I feel it the jam. Look at woman on the road is 1, 2, 3. Bubble and wine. You look good when you shake your behind. Bubble and wine, bubble and wine. You wine fast and you not lose time. Bubble and shake it, bubble and shake it. Some girl can do that so they're hating. Bubble and shake it, bubble and shake it. Win him. See when you have it. When you wine is a work of art. You're doing all tricks like an acrobat. On the road I know you're taking jam. And you know when you're working that. So when I tell you shake, I need to see everything shaking. Bend it down, let me show you how to play it. Push back hard upon the damn thing. Big thing she want, not just one. Have a wine in major.
Who does that?
I'll take it back to Cassandra. And your waist like that night flavor. Have a wine in major. What are you doing?
Yo, college boy Jesse.
My name is Young, but I want to say thank you for having me. Hey, baby girl, when you whine, when you push back. When you whine, when you push back. When you whine, when you push back. What are you doing? I was feeling it. Think she come and give me the juke on say. Hey, baby girl, when you whine, when you push back. Hey, baby girl, when you whine, when you come and give me stale. I go get you, tell you. Hey, baby girl, when you whine, when you push back. Hey, baby girl, when you whine. I give her one injection in she midsection. I did not have to pay. Then she give me something and tell me hello. Shook me down right away. One injection in she midsection. I did not have to pay. Then she give me something and tell me hello. Thank you for having me. See, when you're coming back, Sasha, when you're coming to Jukami Junction. Hey, baby girl, when you whine, when you push back.
Akhenaton Lewis, young brother, what are you doing? Who does that? Well, he does that, and we're doing it at Kaisorama 2023, Kaisorama Reloaded. And I want to ask you, Chromatics, because you would have spoken to him, you would have had an in-depth interview. What are some of the things that we may not get from young brother when you just look at what it is you may be seeing at first blush?
No, well, I mean, as we were saying off air, he's such a diverse artist, all right? And sometimes we tend to keep artists in one box. All right, well.
All right, so we're going to keep the box for a little longer and go stateside to see what is happening.
We have those two names right here on this paper. And the finalists of the Extempo are written right in front of me here.
And if I had to take a closer look, I would say there are two people.
Yeah. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, the two who will be meeting in Extempo battle are Brian London and Winston Gypsy Peters.
That's one time?
Yeah, man, I mean, thing had to happen. You had to give them a little time to get to the stage and so forth, you know. They were waiting on the results, and the results are in. So, as Gypsy makes his way and Brian London makes his way to the stage.
As they make their way, can we give a round of applause to all of the contestants inside the Extempo finals this evening?
And this round ain't no topic, eh?
Yes, there's no topic in this round, ladies and gentlemen. This round is pure war.
War in this round.
Anything goes, anything stands. Where's Mr. Brian London? Brian London, are you changing your clothes again? Is there a third outfit?
They're telling we stretch, but if we stretch Brian London anymore, you're going to be even more tall. He done tall already, you know, we stretch. He coming, man. I see him. He's making his way. Yeah.
You see him coming out of the changing room?
Yeah. You're almost here.
Yeah, we're on next suit this time, man.
You're almost here.
Of course. Imagine Brian stand up in the changing room waiting to hear if he get called to know if he change his clothes or not. As soon as he hear his name called, he start to put on a new suit.
Yes,
so he come in. Gypsy, you want to put a second outfit, boy? Yeah, they ain't put on your mic. Probably for good reason.
They look like they put it on. I ain't have no more clothes, man. These all life. A man have to wear what he has.
Right, so let's hear it for Winston Gypsy Peters and Brian London, the final battle man.
Michelle Henry and the Kaiso and Coban. Let we go. Get them.
Run down, Brian, you was getting me in a rage. Why the hell you stay so long to come on stage? You only trying to come out here and pose. You gone back inside there and change your clothes. I want to tell you, we singing for price. And it's true, your clothes, it is looking nice. But there's only one thing I want you to know. Brian London, close the win Extempo.
What you say, Gypsy, I already know. Boy, close the win Extempo. You see, you have that experience, you see, because we're told close, I cut your tail 2 times already. So right now, look at talking plain, and when I done talk, I am talking again. The mother of all carnivals, what you call she that for? She look like the mother, she looking like the mother-in-law.
Round down line, line.
Balaba, balaba, line.
Stop making yourself a pappy show. This is something I want you to know. Ask anybody, anywhere you go. We give the world this kind of carnival, they know. So if this not the mother, I want to know. Mr. Brian London, well, where shall we go? I telling you, he could say what he want, but this is the mother and grandmother in front.
Something on the news by everyone, it was seen in the savannah, boy, the thief has set a steel beams. What I understand, it caused a bacchanal, and the thing almost shut down the carnival. Up in Mayaro, you are building a grocery to help out your community. But just as soon as the steel vanish, I come and I see boy your grocery roof it finish.
Brian, I want you to understand. I hear you say how they thief plenty iron. This is something I want you to know. Yes, the iron was up in my arrow, but the thing about it, I never see things so since I born. A woman who take me iron and gone. I telling you, it is plain to see, it's because she like my iron more than me.
I don't want to put you under stress, but to the public boy, look, you just confess. You let the whole of Trinbago know that the iron was up in my arrow. You just said that in the Extempo song, and because the iron is gone, I know you confessing tonight to let the people know that is iron you like.
Well, at least now you understand. Is a woman who take the gypsy iron. I telling you, I done say already that the woman like my iron more than me. But Brian, boy, please leave me alone. Because if that iron was just your own, I telling you, you must understand, you were really going to give it to our next man.
When I stand here, I don't like to get kicks. I don't like to involve myself in politics. But between you and me, didn't you have a bus stop with the UNC? And after all the confusion then, you come over to the PNM. Kamla says she threw you out, but she started a ball. She threw you out, boy, because your iron was too small. La ba ba la ba la ba.
Down, 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 down. Ba da ba do dong down. Brian, boys, one thing you'll never see is me going back to the UNC. I want you, Brian, now you know, I can't make myself a pappy show. I could go and now say to them that I'm a real proud PNM. The thing about it, well, I tell you, partner, like you're taking me for Jack Warner.
Carnival is we national festival, and I don't want to cause no bacchanal. I agreeing with you now, partner. You're saying that this is the mother. But tell me how I want to know how you have raised the first prize in the Extempo. The mother of all, you're telling everybody. But up to now, we can't see the mother of all money.
I know that you didn't come here for your health, but like you come here to develop wealth. You come on this stage and you're telling me what the hell I do with NCC money. The thing about it, well, don't be ignorant. The money belongs to the government. And when we finish tonight, if there's no prison, me or you going to go home with 200,000.
I know the pain it is being felt, and yes, Gypsy, I come here to acquire wealth. Boy, this is a competition, and you and I battling for the 200,000. But I saying it now to your face. If you did, boy, well, then you deserve your space. But right now, I want daughter kiss and tell. Battling me should I really be Niall man's well. I said,
I telling them now, tell everybody that this thing run into we family.
And I want you to thank Cheese Gypsy. It's you who bring me here. I must tell everybody.
Well, I could stand on this stage and say aloud of my cousin tonight, I am really proud.
And to train they go, I want you to know, you're looking at the past and the future of Extempo. Well, boy.
And what I find interesting, let me know, Mr. Shaq, did we just in that final, let's call it a coda, did we have a concession speech?
Well, definitely. I think there are certain times when you just have to be real about the situation, right? And for me, I think both of them were a bit honest in the last two verses in that Brian was recognizing that he should have been battling Niall Manswell, which is my feeling as well. And I think Gypsy realized that Brian bested him yet again. So, you know, sometimes things are so plain that, you know, you can't deny it, you know what I mean?
Yeah, somebody might pour something for Niall Manswell and Dion Diaz, but we actually go stateside to see what is happening there.
Not so much. Just let it awkward. What are you doing?
It opening like them new snack pack and them. You ever see how them cocktails and them opening that? Just stand it.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have the top two inside the freestyle category this evening. And they are...
I would like them to prep themselves, the freestyle artists, and make your way on stage, fifth wit, as we call your name. Right? So please welcome the finalists in the freestyle competition, Mr. Akeem Chance, Pretty, and Myron Bruce, Calypso Night.
Oh boy. All right, so inside this round, we'll be going for 3 rounds of 1.5 minutes each.
Yeah, no topic.
No topic.
Freestyle burnout, sorry. Raw war battle. No topic.
No topic. Just Pretty versus Calypso Night. Akeem versus Myron. Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready for the finals of the freestyle battle? There we go.
Yeah. Ooh. Shout out to my competitor right here. Oh, but sadly you're not going home with a thing this year. Oh. I know you thought you would have take this crown. No. You just come on the stage for me to tell you were wrong. Yeah, I like your hat, but honestly, I won't tell you a straight fact that you could never defeat this black man on stage, yeah. Cause Pretty, I ain't come to play, yeah. And I don't wanna tease ya. All black, I coming for you, taking grave. They go call Pretty the Grim Reaper. So trust me, you is the student in this freestyle thing. I is the teacher. Go back to Extempo, let them know that pretty don't play night and day. I will put you down to the ground and I will take home the crown.
Bring the rhythm. Well, 3D, I realized the rhythm and the song was playing, and you're just like you're done. Like you run out of lyrics, like just them gas, them car who don't have none. Right now I'm telling you, I'm not playing slips. Me, I taking no licks from no man with hips. I'm telling you straight up, watch at me. Nobody crossing river with pants, there you see. Let me tell you this, all I must let you know me, I letting this loser beat me. So they call me Incredible Calypso Night, and I go and deal with this man tonight. Pretty, let me tell you this, I have to tell you straight. In case you don't know and I just can't wait. I'm telling you right now, the lyrics what I spit, I hear you was the man Watson Duke was with. And in case you don't know this for sure, don't ever come on the stage like before and talk no nonsense anywhere you go. Because I'm the man they call Calypso, and in the freestyle thing I will let you know. I'm telling you straight up, it is a fight because I'm beating this Bobo Lee tonight. And when I tell you this, now listen to me. I'm busting lyrics now in plenty. I'm telling you right now, me I having fun. I'm going and sing until the rhythm done. I'm telling you right now, me I catching kicks because I'm full up of plenty lyrics. I'm telling you straight up, this ain't no fun. When I start to sing, my gas get done.
Oh, 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 oh. Yeah. Ooh. Shout out the camera crew. You know how pretty does do. I see that freestyle was cute, like you like on the bed. Let me tell you, you're real kinda shaky. But trust me, I'm not going on bust. You can call me Snaky. Yeah, it was cute. You lie down on the bed, I call you Watson Duke. But trust me, you couple me on IG. You're tracking woman and you can't stop me. Listen to Pretty. You see you is the past. And in this freestyle thing, you can last. Because you know that I'm doing it fast. Yeah. You stay and show me like glass. Yeah. So I know that your friends in the crowd not see me as the new generation. But I'm freestyling and in this thing I'm so amazing. Cause I lyrically blessed like a thesaurus. I the best of the best like a dinosaur. I'm too loud, I'm too proud and I do not play. So yeah, what you say to me, listen, you only watching my hip and licking your lip. I not like that, so please step back with the shiny shirt. Yes, you only watching my pants, but your pants tight too. So I don't know what you're trying to do to me. You is a brother and I's a brother, but trust me, you can never defeat me. The best of the best, like the sun rising in the east, so understand. I don't let you know, Mr. Man. You can't defeat this black man. You better just hit the road, because you couldn't win in Extempo. I know you.
My goodness, Lord of mercy. I hear the lyrics that you want to talk about me, but I have to tell you, just listen pretty. I'm telling you right now, this ain't no scan. You better be comfortable with second. I'm telling you straight up, it is very clear that I is the freestyle champion this year. And anytime you try to come and test me, I go deal with your case very properly. Now let me tell you this in this instance, don't watch my big nice designer pants. I realize right now I'll put you on spot. There is a reason why your pants is cut, because clearly it is clear to see. I have to say this now in front of everybody. The way your pants cut and yet have no room, like somebody was dancing in your engine room. Don't ever try to come and test me, because I'm a lyricist in TNT. I'm telling you right now, I hear this plan, you go be the second one in this land. Now let me tell the crowd in case you don't know. Give me a clap now just like so, because I tell you right now, hear what's happening. It is clear that Calypso Night going to win. I tell you PD, I tell you listen, don't care. I hope you come back again next year. And when you reach here, boy, don't get me wrong, you're going to face me defending the crown. Yo!
Yeah. Honestly, that was nice, but brother, you don't lose the fight. I realize you bring the crowd tonight, but honestly, that is what I like. I've been an underdog, yes, my whole life. So you know that pretty know how to fight. I go tell you your first verse was nice, but the second one was little shaky. Your song just like Snaky. You're making this too easy. All you want to believe me. Let the rain falling, they gonna cut my mic. Cause you know pretty, I come here justified. They go call me the Viking. Cause when I start to drop thing, they go say that I had the key, yeah, yeah. You could do this Extempo thing, but you can sing like pretty, yeah, yeah. I don't know what to do, you like this, but you look nice, but not in my likeness, because you know that I just vibing, yeah. It's good vibing, it's freestyling, because you know that I run things, cause they go call me Bungie when they see me on stage. You cannot stop me, and even your wife, you go want to watch me, cause she on the phone says she love pretty, and she listen to the music night and day. She like to hear when the champion play, because you know when the money on the ground, I go make a gal bend down and start roll, yeah, out of control. When they see pretty start to touch road, rain falling, but you know I'm not boss, cause you know that pretty be can't stop. So when they're ready for me,
Rhythm. Oh, they give me a hand. I'm going and beat this man in the rain, and you know that I won't complain. Clearly, all you could see is which one is worse. Pretty come here sing and rehearse verse like he don't understand with you this style. This is the thing that they call freestyle. Any lyric that you bust, listen young man, you better bring it from your head and not from your hand. Don't bring no lyrics that you sing last year and come on the stage and sing this year. This is the freestyle, I must complain. I bust in the tail right here in the rain. I'm going and take a dance and I'm going and take a wine, because this championship is mine. Everybody there inside the grandstand, let me see all your raise all your hand, because all you're going to crown the champion of the freestyle competition. I tell you now, everybody here inside the grandstand, I just want all you to raise all your hand, because all you're looking at the one, my man, I'm the freestyle champion. Anything I say Calypso night. What is my name? When I done here, all you must hear tonight. What is my name? All right, greedy, I'm gonna take it easy. You done get your cocktail, listen to me. Tomorrow I gotta let you know I'll carry you for a pizza or so. Because when I tell you no, this one, you know that you can't beat the champion. And when I say that, everybody gonna say, Calypso night! Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, boy. Well, boy.
So we did not have that coda in terms of like the possibly concession speed, but at the same time, you see that touch after that hand slapping him and that pop in the back.
Most definitely.
I think that says. Talk to me, Chromatic.
Yo, after a somewhat rocky start, the last two rounds in the freestyle competition have definitely demonstrated what this competition can be, and the entertainment factor that is involved in it, the skill that is involved in it, the repetitive lines and bars. We saw two great acts, three great acts, and I mean, as I say, the potential is just there to be something incredible.
I'll tell you something. I don't think that there's any accident that we saw in the last four. Two competitors in the freestyle who actually delve in the Calypso arena, which is Calypso Night and Snakey. And here's the thing you have to understand, and this is the most important thing. While the freestyle is important, because the freestyle is important, because I myself in my journey, I would have had my days of freestyling, both in hip-hop form, dancehall form, but at Kaiso form, there's something about that rooting that is important and gives you a frame of reference in any other, genre or any other scope, So and you saw it there.
And that's something that I want to get to, but we go into stage and we come back from there.
Say post yet now. Presently COVID. However, either which way, the first
COVID,
freestyle
present
manner.
continuous, what is that?
Present continuous.
Yeah?
Ah, boy. All right, so the judges are going to tabulate, and all you look like how they finished tabulating.
And in terms of that Calypso routing, and I wanted to talk about that a little more, Mr. Shaq, and even looking at the fact that, so you said Calypso Night and Snakey, I think it's pretty, but...
No, but I'm talking about in the last four, but it came down to Calypso Night and Pretty,
right.
And I'm saying that, you saw where experience won out for Calypso Night. Not that Pretty wasn't good, but again, remember, this would be Pretty first time in this kind of arena, right?
And even think it might have been a slippery slope where he let that musical bed, all of that musical bed.
In the first round.
Yeah, well, I think the minute he leaves so much of space there is where I saw the opening for Myron to really come in. Somebody with that experience.
And he capitalized on
that
it, as opposed to just leaving it there.
Well, and he would understand that from knowing that in the extempo form, everything is fair game.
No
Sans
mercy.
humanity, no mercy at all. So I think, again, experience won out, but I think the experience would work for all who took part in the freestyle competition if they had to come back to it.
And it's a new experience here at Kaisorama 2023 in terms of the freestyle competition, the first ever. We take a short break, we come back. Stay with us.
Carnival Monday night.
February 20th will be brass, and more brass as the National Carnival Commission presents Brass Bacchanal.
Brass Bacchanal.
Our third edition at Festival City, Queen's Park, Savannah.
Starting 8:30 p.m.
10 bands will do battle for the first prize of $100,000. Brass Bacchanal is a cooler event, so bring your coolers and your crew.
No oversized coolers, no glass bottles allowed. Come and remember the days when brass bands ruled.
Tickets are only $125, so get yours now. Tickets available at Caches and Java Nation stores nationwide. The NCC head office, Queen's Park, Savannah, and online at islandetickets.com. For more information, call 480-5100.
Who will win the first prize of $100,000?
Brass Bacchanal will take you back to the good old days. If you're a brass fan, don't miss this one. Brass Bacchanal.
Back in the bacchanal. Be mobile, we tell. Wow! Finally, now I could get a chance to link up with my friends and go on with Be Mobile again. The stage again, we in the place again. Finally, we back on the stage. Be Mobile, we on stage. Now we're back on the truck. Yeah, we're back in the place. Hold back on the stage. Be Mobile, we on stage. Now we're back with the truck. Now we're back in the place. Hey.
That was definitely her. She saw me and she couldn't resist.
I called it the wrong name for a year.
That is also true.
All new season of Gimme a Song is happening only on TTT every Friday from 8 p.m.
When you're done, you're out on fire.
Hot.
All year morning.
3 to the Z. Pam, 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 pam. A bottle and spoon and I begin the dance.
Sugar, sugar, ooh, sugar, sugar.
It's Friday night and my radio on. Da-na-na-na. That's all I know. That's all I knew.
Physically fit.
Give Me a Song is brought to you by Nestle, White Oak, Belgrove's Funeral Home Company Limited, Black and White Scotch Whiskey, and Jimar Home Furnishers.
Welcome back. We are saying thank you to Be Mobile and the Tattle for helping to bring this broadcast to you. Looking at Kaisorama 2023 Reloaded. We have Mr. Shaq spending more time than we thought he would have.
Exactly.
We're grateful for that. We have Chromatics here, myself, DK Roster. No, gentlemen, in boxing they say that styles make fights. If we had to switch out, make it happen, because we're going back there. If we had to switch out and make it happen,
right,
into that final four with somebody, what do you think that may have looked at like? And I ask you, Chromatics.
Well, I can't be really mad at who really made it through, because they were the stronger ones. Maybe Snakey would have been the only one that could have make it happen, could have replaced. So it would have looked more, I think, in terms of the topics that they would have pulled from. It would have been a little bit more content heavy, because when Snakey, it was given any more chorus styling. He was, as you were mentioning, Shaq, he was building more choruses, right? And what we saw is people who were able to stay paying attention to what, in terms of the judging points, as we saw Myron working the audience, even though he was giving them lyrics, whatnot, working the audience on a continuous basis. Yeah, but I think Make It Happen definitely would have probably given it a little more content in the lyrical aspect of things, as opposed to the more so the rendition, the presentation, the crowd response. Yes.
And I'll go back to you as well, but the combative nature, the energy that you bring to the stage coming with your AK-47 guitar, talking about bois. What does that inner battler, that person talking about the guile, what do you feel in a situation like that, looking at these fellas freestyling?
Well,
or even Extempo?
For me, and we talk about it off air, when you get into battle, almost anything is fair game.
Yeah.
So that, and it's interesting, for the third time for the night, Chromatics mentioned something off air that I took notice of. Because the minute they sent the two people on stage, I automatically saw the length of Pretty Pants.
Yep.
I saw Myron hat. I saw the tightness of Myron pants. So you immediately start looking at things that you know could form ammunition.
Yeah.
Right? And that is just the inner, battler coming out.
The inner fighter. Inner ball man.
And I'm saying again, what you see tonight was the people with the broader bases. Right? So what I would encourage a lot of the younger artists to at least study that Kaiso form, study that Extempo form. And for the Extempo artists who may not, well, the thing is, most of the times you find that the artists who get into Extempo would have a broader base automatically. But I think for both of them, they need to look at the different forms because it will give you a broader base. It will give you a broader term of reference so that in any space, you see Myron was in both things tonight.
Yeah, yes, definitely.
And there are a few other artists
He gave a
who
good
I
account
think
of himself as well.
could do that, right? I know a lot of local artists who are very good at freestyling. Put them in an Extempo form and they like fish out of water, right? So that, that's that broad base again and that frame of reference. And, I think it is good for the experience for people like Pretty and all of them who come to the freestyle because now you get that. And if I hope that they were able to view the Extempo part of it while waiting to do the freestyle too. Because what we really need again, at the end of the day, while they give them the freedom to choose a rhythm that was steeped in a little bit of dancehall, a little bit of reggae, we had to understand that at the end of the day, we had to find our voice. We are Trinbagonians putting on this thing, right? And nothing is wrong with using those different forms or even incorporating them because we know that is what they use them into. But we had to understand too that there's an importance in understanding what is our voice in the whole thing. And even in the freestyle battle, I like how, again, Myron being there, Calypso Night being there, and even if you listen to Pretty, how he bring it forward, I like the fact that you saw Trinbagonian creativeness, highlighting in this whole freestyle and Extempo battle.
But going to the rhythm, specifically you're talking about the rhythm, I mean, it says here on the paper, within the rules that we have in front of us, a soca dance or calypso rhythm. Now, Sans Humanity, Marianne, Rama and Kokal, these are all big songs, classics.
Right.
So I think maybe our original production is great. I'm not sure what that rhythm is. Not familiar with it.
Yeah.
But something like a Marshall and Bungie's collaboration, that sort of beat.
Right.
Marshall and Stalin Love Fire. I could hear these sort of soca-ish rap-so vibes that I think we should use and utilize in the freestyle format.
And you say that, and there are three things that come to mind. One, I think that going forward, the performance, even from tomorrow, not even in a freestyle competition, but that level of experience, because I think some schooling went on, and Pretty would have learned from that experience that he just had. I also think that those final rounds where there wasn't a topic that was chosen for someone and they were just able to riff off of each other, we saw the level
of course
of the freestyle rise. And last but not least, I really appreciate that point about building your frames of reference, terms of reference. There's nothing new under the sun. You might approach it in a little different way.
Exactly.
So I am an artist. These are the things that resonate with me. So like when I listen to Bungie Garland take a song and go forward with it, like something like The Struggle or those songs that you would have done originally, well, based on stuff done by Maestro, and look at and then build on those literal flames.
Yeah.
There's so much that we have done, but there's the writer Loveless. He asks the question all the time, what will we do with what we have done? Because sometimes we reach and we think, we first to this party and nobody else and wash the foot and come. So how do we build on this legacy that we have?
Well, again, and this is why the work that our media houses do as far as culture is concerned is important because, doing the morning show, I remember getting a question from one of the hosts about the fact that a whole lot of soca artists and younger artists seem to be going back to the root of Calypso in terms of the melodies, the topics he thinks they're singing about. And my view was it was inevitable that it had to go back there, because at the end of the day, you can only build on the foundation that is there, that is provided. And so we are influenced by all these other things, yes, but our foundation is our foundation. So the point that Chromatics make is very important, in that even if you want to make it something that is modern, we have so many modern instrumentals, and we get that they probably went for original.
Yeah.
When you use an instrumental, let's say a raga soca kind of instrumental, what you do first to begin is that you give the audience a frame of reference of something they might be familiar with.
Exactly.
And so they may be better able to gauge how the artist is able to make this thing that we are familiar with their own.
Yeah.
You understand? That is why Sans Humanité as the melody remains the most popular in Extempo. It is the one that people know the most. They are most familiar with it. And so they are able to have this ground zero to gauge you on. How well do you run on this track that we are all familiar with? So the judges are the official judges. But then you have the audience gauging you, which is why when you don't come with your A game, you're going to get boo or you're going to get toilet paper, because they might not be the conventional judges, but they understand the frame of reference too. So that point he made is important. I think, again, I don't want to get into the being overly critical because it's the first one, but I think that they need to look at putting more structure to the freestyle competition. I think it has a lot of potential, and I think that if they structure it properly and really check the boxes of what are we trying to achieve, you must always start with the end result to understand how you get into that. What are we trying to achieve? Is this just bringing younger eyes, or are we trying to develop these artists and this art form?
Yeah, sure.
And that is important.
And as opposed to just checking boxes, one of the things that I think they were successful at is bringing a group of people or a cohort of people to the stage, to the platform, to a level that people may not necessarily see them. So I might see somebody, because some people say after God is Google, so I could see somebody Googling make it happen.
Yeah.
And saying, but wait now, I find the fellas talking about him saying that, well, he's here for a while, but I don't know him. So let me see what he's done.
Yeah.
And being able to say, okay, well, let me follow somebody a little more.
I think people watching on and who will just get the word of mouth tonight, you're going to see next year a lot, hopefully that they keep it, but we're going to see a lot of more people come out the woodwork. Because a lot of youth will be watching this or get footage of it after and say,
definitely,
I could do that. I could beat that man. I could do so and so. So I think it will just move forward. And before you go, Shaq,
yeah.
what some of you all at home might not be seeing is when in the last two rounds of the freestyle competition, the type of crowd
response,
energy that was being had here tonight at the grandstand.
Yeah.
It was just a positive.
And just before you make that point, and I think right now the demographic in the grandstand is kind of traditional.
Yeah.
So I want to see whether or not that changes a little bit next time around, if it's held, where people say, but wait, no, they're saying something. I identify with it a little more. I'm going to be there.
And the other thing I want to say, two points. On that note, a lot of times we look at the attendance and we're a little disheartened by the attendance. And I could understand that. But I also want to say we have to remember that these things being televised and streamed now, right? So a lot of people, while they may not be here, I am sure there are a lot more eyes on this than the attendance represents. But the other thing I want to say too is that, recently I saw Omari make a post that was so profound where he said, don't confuse competition with a competition. And in that vein, I want to say that for the artists who didn't advance to the final rounds, people like Niall Manswell and Dion Diaz, who I personally think, they get the raw deal tonight. But I think that their proficiency showed through regardless of the judging. So I want to tell even the aspiring youngsters who want to come into the freestyle, understand that even though the judging mightn't always go your way, the experience is important. And regardless of the judging, as long as you put your best foot forward and your profession, people are going to see your worth. People are going to see your proficiency. So I think it's a good platform for the people who are aspiring to come through and try to put the talent on display.
And one of the things I really appreciate about what you just said in terms of like Dion and Niall Manswell is that people can come to the same place from very different places.
Exactly.
In terms of looking at the fact that Niall would have been is visually impaired, he's actually blind. but also what he is able to do, what he is able to accomplish. The fact that, wait now, that fella on the stage dealing with the Extempo, he actually went to Berkeley.
Exactly.
So there are different things, and you make it cool, and you're able to normalize these things and achieve greatness, as opposed to saying, well, nah, boy, how that go look, boy? Or I'm not able to do that because what people around by me or my ends might say. So I think it all carries the conversation forward. But we take a short break. We come back to the conversation, thanking you, B-Mobile and Tatil, as well as thanking you, looking at where we are streaming Kaisorama 2023. Stay with us. We'll return with more.
Hey, Trinidad, time to play yourself. Hey, Trinidad, yeah. Time to free yourself. Tobago. Trinidad, yeah. Trinidad. Here we come now.
Yeah, man.
I go boss this one myself.
Go on, do something. Yeah, man.
I go work.
Yes, as Mr. King makes his way onto stage. Yes.
All right. So we have here the final results. So in 7th position, Saki. 6th position, Mr. Clint Davis, Blue Magic. In 5th position, Mr. Rayon Bernard, Make It Happen. In 4th position, Heaven Charles, Snaky.
Snaky.
In 3rd position, Mr. Rohan Richards, Fireball. Your first runner-up, ladies and gentlemen, Akeem Charles, Pretty. That means the inaugural Freestyle Monarch is Mr. Myron Bruce, also known as Calypso Knight. Let us welcome him on the stage with a lusty round of applause, ladies and gentlemen.
Don't run on stage, am I on the
Don't
stage?
run, am I run? Them
The
shoes
stage
looking
wet.
slick. I want to feel.
And your suit white.
Not just white.
Let's hear it for the champion, the first freestyle champion, Myron Bruce, Calypso Knight. All right.
But you need to open it up already? All right. So we ready for the Extempo Monarch now?
Yeah, man. We rain falling. The people wait long. Let me do stick. In 8th position, Lingo. Coming in 7th position, Lady Syntax. 6th is Dion Diaz. In 5th place, Mr. Philip Murray, the Black Sage. 4th, Nyon Maxwell. 3rd, Myron Bruce. First runner-up, Winston Gypsy Peters. And your returning champion is Mr. Brian London.
And the camaraderie continues, ladies and gentlemen. Let's welcome them back on stage.
Yes.
The first runner-up and your Extempo Monarch 2023. The band, you need the band? But what trouble is this? Olia, tell me how Olia feeling. They say they want to rest one more verse on Olia before we go.
But if they say so, we had to let them rest first.
Yeah. All right. I want to tell you I am so happy to keep the winning in we family. I'm telling you, I want you to know this family full of talent for so. And it is a real good thing. I am and he's the Extempo king. Let him go on without no fear. I'm telling him that coming back for him next year.
Well, listen what I have to say. Brian London reigning today. I hit them with rhythm and rhyme. And now I do this for the third straight time. Right now, look, I have no fear. You could come for me next year. And right now I'm telling you in the rain, cousin boy, you're going to cut your tail again.
Well, I telling you it's rather fine. If you beat me again, well then me and mine. I telling you it is plain to see. You winning me, it make me happy. Because, well, I know for sure. Not again would Brian be poor. I telling you it is plain to see. And Brian need the money more than me.
Well, I am thankful to be on the stage. Thank you to the crowd and all the judges. Although I get second place, you know I'm really not mad to lose to this guy. I'm very glad he did a good job, so congrats to he. But I want to say something to Gypsy. To be the freestyle, I want you know. Next year I'll come in and take the crown in Extempo.
Well, people, I'll say it right. Congratulations to you, Brian, here tonight. I'm telling you, while we here we sing. You know the two are we leaving as king. But I am saying this, and I'll be very clear. I will see you again next year, and I am telling you straight, it would not be wrong. I sure next year I'll go be leaving with 2 crowns.
Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for your freestyle monarch, your Calypso monarch, and your first place runners up in both categories.
Thank you for coming out tonight. Make your way home safely. Have a blessed and happy carnival.
Safe carnival. We've been your hosts, Omari, Ashby, and Rokas.
Talk right about now, but gentlemen, I want to get some closing comments just before we throw it back. Thank you, but at the same time saying thank you to B-Mobile and Tatil. Mr. Shaq, talk to me.
To all you viewers here on TTT, whether online or on air, we felt happy to have had you here in our company. We hope that all you enjoy the little commentary. To my right is a real media savant. They call him the fella Mr. DK Rastant. And the man here, he ain't full of no tricks, but he's a man, they call him Chromatics.
Yes, well, good night, ladies and gentlemen. It was great.
Wrap it up, Maddox.
No. I mean, definitely a great event here tonight. And as we kept saying, something that can grow from strength to strength when it comes to the new freestyle competition.
Yeah, and just one more point I wanted to make. We were talking about the instrumental that we weren't familiar with. Somebody messaged me to tell me that it's actually a tricanal instrumental.
Right.
So that was good. I wasn't familiar with it, of course. But as I say, I think that is the lane we need to go. So, I mean, it all goes well. It all goes well, and there's promise. There's promise and growth.
And I just want the organizers of said event, if we get that the word out there to a lot more youth that this competition is actually taking place and happening. Because I'm sure some youths could do it at $50,000, $25,000 in this timing.
You understand?
Yeah.
And I'm not going to try any example. At the same time, I really think that nothing beats a fail but a try. And this has been a start, and it's definitely something to grow on, to move forward on, to build on. So, Mr. Shaq, I want to thank you very much.
Yeah, man.
Chromatics, I want to thank you very much. I want to thank you for tuning in. This has been Kaisorama 2023. I'm DK Ronston. We want to thank B-Mobile and Tatil. And until the next one, have a good one.
Blessed good night.
Tuco's Kaisorama Reloaded 2023 Extempo and Freestyle Finals was brought to you by B-Mobile, Back to Bacchanal, and Tatil, where people are people.
Back in the bacchanal. B-Mobile, we tell, wow. Finally now I could get a chance to link up with my friends and go on with B-Mobile again. The stage again, we in the place again. Finally we back on the stage. B-Mobile we on stage. Now we back on the truck. Yeah, we back on the place. Hold back on the stage. B-Mobile we on stage. Now we back on the truck. Now we back on the place.
That was definitely her. she saw me and she couldn't
I called
resist.
it the wrong name for years.
That is also true.
All new season of Give Me a Song is happening only on TTT every Friday from 8 p.m.
When you're done, you're out on fire.
Hot.
All year, Bonnie.
3 to the Z. Pam, 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 pam. A bottle and spoon and I begin the dance, man.
Sugar, sugar, ooh, sugar, sugar.
It's Friday night and my radio on. That's all I know. That's all I know.
Physically fit, physically fit.
Give Me a Song is brought to you by Nestle, White Oak, Belgrove's Funeral Home Company Limited, Black and White Scotch Whiskey, and Jimar Home Furnishers.
Now Morning Show is going to be live from the Queen's Park Savannah this Carnival Friday from 6 a.m. Talking about back-to-back performances, soca, Kaiso, pan, rhythm section, chutney, and so much more. Come and join us this Carnival Friday from